So now that we're back, all right, we're good. We're good. What have you guys been talking about, Zath? I'm joining the conversation midway through again. Sorry for that.
Well, we started a little bit with just a quick chat about tech issues and sharing my own tech issues that I've had from time to time, and you know how challenging that could be for all of us because we are PC enthusiasts, and you know, even though you and I have top-end graphics cards, man, we still put them to work when we're streaming. There's a lot of work on top of the game. And I think a lot of people forget about that. Wait a minute, how are you struggling? You've got a blank. Yes, but I'm also streaming. I'm also using other parts of the GPU. I'm using their video RAM in other parts, not just the game. I've also got other windows open. I've got OBS open. That's a resource hog and a half, and everything else that's going on. So we talked about that. And I just now opened up the stats from the last game, and very interesting. I thought you'd like to hear this. Peyton's Repub got 3 Citadels that game for a total of 81,000 damage. That's pretty good, but not show-stopping. Of course, he got those Citadels on most likely the Brisbane and Cerberus. Brisbane with only 28,000 damage.
Definitely got at least 2 on the Brizzy.
Yes, and Big Six's Marseille also got 3 Citadels. That's when he came through that channel on the side and said, "I'm just going to go for it." And notably, got some good hits on the Brisbane as well. So unfortunate for Hybro coming under all that AP. Triarch and the Colbert with only 40,000, just chilling there, getting 2 fires. That's all he had going for him. But he's in the Thunderdome, so what do you expect?
I was going to say, he's more about having the ship in that position than any damage you're getting out of him, right? Like, that's mostly what that's about.
Yep. Also, torpedo hits. Mad Dog with 6 torpedo hits for 2 floods. Really good work out of that Holland. Eagle Lance with 1 torpedo hit as well. So, yeah, I mean, that's a story in itself, right? You compare that to the 2 destroyers for Hybro, right? The Delny and Marceau. No torpedo hits at all, and only 1 fire from the Delny, and that's it.
In fairness,
so
some of that,
much out of it.
At least one of those torpedo hits was kind of lucky. At the same time, though, you make your own luck in those instances by, I won't say predicting, let's say intuiting, knowing where to leave torpedoes. And sometimes, you make those shots because 90% of the time they produce no results because your opponents know what they're doing. But occasionally, you get that end-on torpedo. The torpedo's in exactly the right spot, and they can't maneuver out of the way, and yada yada, and it makes a difference. And we saw that in this particular instance.
Yes, 100%. If you don't mind, I could use to run to the bathroom for a second. Are you okay handling
You're good.
things?
I'll be fine. I'm trying to get on my little stream helper set up with all the map picks and everything. So appreciate you guys bearing with me. No.
I can stay for a few more minutes.
You're fine, Zach. This won't take long. All
right.
Appreciate you guys bearing with me while we do the reboot, but it needed to happen. Otherwise, I'm just sitting here for the next 2 hours or whatever. I'm just waiting for the inevitable PC crash or blue screen. And I'm like, it's better to get it done now and have a nice clean stream the rest of the way than suffer. And that's the irritating thing is dealing with the delay, right? If it was just me live streaming, it's no big deal. I'd say, guys, wait 5 minutes. I'll be right back. I've done that before. But with the delay, it adds that extra step of, okay, I have to reboot the machine. I have to rebuild the delay, yada, 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 yada. It's a whole thing. So I get that, and I appreciate you guys sticking with me and sticking with Zath while we do all that. But in the end result will be better. Like the quality of the product going forward will remain high rather than me, chewing on my nails the whole rest of the time because I don't know what's going on. Okay, so now that I'm back online, I do the thing with the thing. Let's see. I don't need that, and then I want that and that and that. There we go. And then when Zath's back, we'll do.
I'm back.
There you go. I just sent you the invite for the stream together thing again. I did not I didn't run a countdown. I ran the whole screen for like 15, 20 seconds just to get things started. So that'll catch up, and then we'll be okay. Now I need to get into the training room. Hybro TSYQ. Shrink you.
Oh, God.
Sweet. All right. So now then, I can actually come to here. There we go. There is our map rotation. Zath, we might actually get to see Sea of Fortune before Game 5. What?
Yes.
Crazy
I was
talk.
really surprised to see it picked earlier in the setup. So yeah, gonna be something, that's for sure.
It's gonna be a thing.
Yes.
A thing that occurs.
Yeah. Now, a quick reminder to people: once the finals start, we're gonna bail out of this. All due respect to the teams.
Oh yeah, no, we're gonna go.
Yeah.
We're gonna go see the NA team, baby. That's what we're here for.
Right.
Now, they currently have this. Their pick bands votes don't start for an hour, which feels honestly not that bad if you get down to it. I remember when I saw the schedule for today thinking they're allowing the original schedule, right, was to allow for like 2 hours and change.
Yeah.
Yeah, for the semifinals. And I remember thinking, even if you play 5 games, it will not take 2 hours and 15 minutes. Now this is meant for, to cover off all the games, then the pick bands, then we go, right? But still, I remember thinking this is crazy.
Yep.
Speaking of, let's put these in here now. TSYQ.
I love chat. I have a hammer for these kinds of tech problems.
I know, right?
The response, how big of a hammer?
Wouldn't you like to know, baby? All right.
Ooh, 28 minutes left and I can get out of this channel.
CL. And
Now, the thing that frustrates me about having to do these drops is I can't see my Twitch dashboard, because if I do have that open, remember I told you all about how Twitch is a little twitchy when it comes to drops? Yeah, sometimes it'll think I'm watching my own stream when all I want to do is, maybe run a prediction or something. So I do apologize for not being able to get that sorted, but in about 20, 30 minutes, hopefully, we will we'll have that sorted out and out of the way.
Okay. All right,
Yay.
so there is our updated schedule. They're telling us we're going to start at 10 till. That was what they said, right? It was supposed to be when I looked in Discord at 8:20 local time, they said roughly 30 minutes. So 8:50 local time, and for me, that's in 8 minutes. So we'll see where we go with this.
Yeah, we'll find out.
The good news is the earlier start time on the third place means we might actually be able to show you the entire match, depending on how it goes.
Assuming they don't also bump up the final.
Well, at the moment, they have not bumped up the final. At the moment, they seem to be holding the final where it's planned to be. They start pick bands in an hour, and in an hour we'll be at least two. We'll be well into our third game, if not completely done with our third game, which means we could be completely done, like depending on how it goes. Like we don't know. Like,
sure.
Okay. All right. Sorry, I hate that I had to stop in the middle. It just disrupts the whole flow of everything. So irritating.
Yeah, but it could be a lot worse, as you say. I think this is the smart choice, because and that's why I was saying be careful when you were messing with stuff, because with how fragile things are, if your stream were to have gone down at that moment, you would have lost the end of that game.
I know.
Right?
I know.
So that's why I was just trying to, hold your horses, hold.
And all I ended up doing was pulling up a preview window and shoving it out as a separate window, so I could just keep tabs on it and make sure that the transitions and everything was, being able to see the live cast is always a good thing, because I'm not looking at it, but it's always there in the corner of my eye, and that's how you can always tell if something goes wrong immediately. You can be like, what? So yeah.
I have. Let's see, 1,
you have a lot of monitors.
2, 3. I have 4 windows with your screen, with your picture.
That's too
Three
many.
of them have the entire stream. 2 of them have the stream from 5 minutes in the past. on two different sources, one on Kick, one on Twitch. So I can see that everything is working okay in multiple places.
See, you're crazy.
Because otherwise,
I only have
no.
3 monitors. Like,
and well, that's what I went for the longest time. Then I moved and I told my wife, I said, I've got this monitor in the garage. Why is it sitting in the garage? Let's just throw it up and use it.
Yeah.
But, you know, in the past, I've had times where I've completely forgotten to change the scene, and chat tells me from 5 minutes later, Seth, you're still on the wrong screen. And after that, I have to know everything's working okay. So that's why I've got so many windows up to make sure.
Yeah. It is more more irritating, more difficult, there's more balls to juggle with the delay, right? When you can see yourself live or know that the live thing is working, right? It's just that much simpler. But when you're dealing with, oh wait, I have to be 5 minutes in the future at all times, right? So it's like, oh, this is like, I get it. Like, I understand exactly why we do it this way. I'm not advocating we ditch the delay. We've been doing the delay since APOC, right? Since Supremacy League. Even Supremacy League ran on a delay. But yeah, so there you go. It's more difficult to troubleshoot things when you're not able to look over and see more or less the live stream, right?
Yes. Exactly. So, and that's why I have it with 5 minutes ago, because then I can just see, okay, you know, this is where I'm at. It's looking good. Yep. I can also get a quick idea of when the game that we just covered is ending, that sort of thing.
Yep.
So,
ooh, that occurs to me. I should run another giveaway while I've got a moment here.
Yeah, I just ran one after your raid. I figured at the very least, why not do that for to thank your viewers for being here and all that good stuff.
Yeah, let's do that.
Meet you. While we have a moment, just a reminder to y'all too that Raptor's doing his giveaways on his Discord. I'm doing giveaways on my Twitch channel. For me, make sure you're following my channel, active in chat. For Raptor, make sure you're in his Discord. There's an appropriate channel. You have to click a specific button to enter his giveaway, and that's all you have to do. For both of us, we try to make it as easy as possible for you guys. For me, just chat. For Raptor, click a button. That's it. It's pretty simple. And as yesterday and previous, I'll probably be doing an after party, and I think I've got a few more codes left to give away possibly during that time too. We'll see. But yeah, had a good time yesterday. Went 14 hours, 14 minutes, and 14 seconds. Actually, just a little past, but who's counting?
Yeah, it was just like last weekend. I came back up here, like, I logged off. I raided you. I logged off. I went out. I had lunch with friends. I came back. I took a long nap. I got up. I called my dad. I wished him a happy birthday. I had a little dinner. And then I came upstairs, and I was like, I looked over, because I had left your stream window open. And usually what I do is I like to come back and see how the raid chains have led me. Like, what am I looking at now? And I'm still looking at your ugly mug. And I was like, why are you still, again with the 14 hours? You're a crack addict, you know?
Hey, I said it and I mean it. I love the game. I love streaming. My wife came into the room at about the 14-hour mark.
I was there at the end when she came in.
Yeah. And she, after I finished streaming, she said, "Aren't you tired?" I said, "No." She's like, "Why aren't you tired?" I said, "Because I love doing this."
Yeah.
And when you do something that you love doing, you have near infinite energy.
Yeah,
you have
it's
near
energizing.
infinite energy doing that. It's hard to say no. It's hard to stop. It's hard to hit that stop button and raid out. It really is.
I have the same problem when I do tournament coverage for Star Wars Unlimited, right? Because it takes, I've got to load the car, drive to the venue, which could be as long as 8 hours, depending on where I'm going, unload, set up, at least an hour and a half of setup, right? Then I've got to stream probably a 12-hour production and all of the various things that go with that. Then I've got to tear down, which is another hour, load the car, and then drive back to wherever I'm going. Now, the longer drives I don't do on the day of. In fact, more commonly, I drive up a day in advance, do setup the night before, stream all day, tear down, and then drive back on Sunday. That's a normal schedule. But on stream days, man, I'm so energized. Like, I'm just jazzed to be there. I love doing that. I love being in the room and doing live coverage of the TCG events at the level that we're able to do it. And yeah, it's just like, it's exactly what you say. It's just energizing. It's just like, this is amazing.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, feels good. I miss it. I miss when I'm not able to do it.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Wow, Gizmo's wearing a sport jacket with a World of Warships t-shirt underneath. Okay.
Well,
Okay.
you're saying we shamed him at least into the sports jacket is what I'm hearing?
Maybe. Oh, whatever. Hey, they can do their thing. I can, we do our thing. Y'all are here. Thank you for being here. Seriously.
Yeah.
Matters. It really does.
Yeah, no, it does.
I've seen people saying really nice things on the Warships main channel. The only reason I'm there, by the way, is just so I get my bloody drop. As soon as I'm done with that, I'm closing the crap out of that, so I can open my own dashboard and control my goddamn stream.
I don't even care, baby. I don't even care.
I'm doing it because I just want to see if it does what they say it will do. That's all.
Doing it because you're smog. We both know it.
Well, that as well.
Okay. I've seen a lot of people. I've had a lot of folks in my chat basically say, "Look, I'm here because I've already got whatever it is they're giving away, and I'd rather watch it." I'm just like, oh.
Yeah. I had a few say the same thing. That's the St. Vincent camo.
Yeah. All right, we're getting pretty close to start time here. Hybro's been in the room for a while. TSYMQ is filtering in. We're going to start right away with Thunderdome. Should be entertaining. Zath, I just noticed something.
Yes.
This room is only set for 20 spectators? That's unusual.
Nope. It's 40. I see 40.
Mine only says 20. That's interesting.
Are you in the same training room?
Yes.
Yes, you are. Huh.
Well, it doesn't matter. I'm here. I have a slot. It's just strange.
Once upon a time, they only had 20 spectator slots, right? And then the training room was modified, along with so many other amazing improvements to the training room.
It's true.
Right? And one of the things they did was they increased the spectator slots to 40. However, what we found is that usually when you go beyond 20, the training room itself becomes more and more unstable.
The word I would choose is unstable. That's exactly the word I would choose.
Yes. So the result is oftentimes the training room doesn't work. They have to kick everybody out and reopen it in order to make it happen. So there you are. We have about 2 or 3 minutes before planned start time, just a FYI for everybody.
I mean, maybe. They're telling me China's ready. Well, at least one of the teams is ready. My suspicion is we're going to be going pretty quick here. You're probably waiting on the main EN stream at this point. But maybe not even then, because they've had plenty of time to bloviate and kill and do the monkey dance, as Conway used to call it.
Yep. So.
Now.
Yeah.
These teams now, right? This is the third place match. So we're looking at, we're playing for a total prize pool of $2,200 here in this match. The winner gets $1,400 to split up amongst their team. The loser gets a little less than that. So still worth playing for.
Yeah. Uh-oh. Oh, okay.
What?
You got real quiet for a sec. I thought you froze.
No, just ran out of things to say. Sometimes my ability to do the monkey dance wears down after a while, right? Because the longer the break, the less interesting things I find to talk about in terms of the game. Okay, they're saying we'll now start in about a minute, so that's progress.
Yeah. We're also kind of tired.
I don't know what you're talking about.
I don't know if you saw, but they shared in the Discord a research sheet.
I saw that. I haven't clicked on it yet.
How many ships have been chosen and their win rate when they pick them. So TSYMQ favors Prince Venerani, Napoli, Holland, and Marseille, and they seem to do quite well with those. and win rate drops off as soon as they get to the Salem. It's kind of funny.
Well, what's notable about that is Hybro banned Napoli.
Yeah, right. Now, on the other side of it, do we have Hybro? Yes, Hybro, look at theirs. They prefer Defense, Cerberus, Cassard, Prince Venerani,
PBO.
Thor, Venezia, Zao, right? And so our bans are what again? Alvaro de Bazan and Napoli, yeah.
No, it was Napoli and Attilio Regolo.
Oh, what? I'm sorry. Yes, it was Regulo.
Which is
I
interesting.
hit the wrong A key.
Which is curious to me because as I look down this Hybro list, they've literally... Oh, no, they banned Regolo.
Never.
I'm sorry. So
Yes.
So who banned what again? Let me check this out. It was
TSYMQ banned Regulo.
Yeah. So they're literally banning a ship that Hybro has never taken.
Hasn't played.
They've never bothered to play it, which
Yeah.
feels
So you gotta wonder,
feels odd to me.
Did they just not research it, or are they thinking that Hybro has a final form that we've never seen yet, a la Dragon Ball Z? I don't know. But this is it for the money, as you said. So you better bring out all the fun stuff. And yes, you're right. Hybro bans Napoli, which hey makes sense. They did their research. TSYMQ has a 100% win rate with the Napoli after 15 battles with it.
Yeah.
So sure, or showing 15 times. Yeah, it's interesting. Gotta love stats. More stats.
Stats are fun, baby.
They can be. They absolutely can be.
That can't be
Maybe
right.
a peek. What?
So
What?
this must be only day 3. This is TSYMQ day 1 to 3 information, but there's only 7 game results on it, and they're all on Sleeping Giant or Northern Waters. That can't be right. That's no. Yeah, there's a Tears of the Desert game in. Oh, okay. They just manually put it in. That feels weird. I feel like they missed
Maybe
something.
the data is flawed.
I don't know.
I don't know.
Let's get into this game, Zath. We finally moving.
Yeah. How about we watch a game instead?
That'll be way more fun. All right, here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Boys and girls, gamers of all ages, welcome to the third place match here in Warship Masters 2026. We're looking at TSYMQ from the China server. They are squared off against Hybro from the Asia server. This is a battleshipless match as we spawn into Sleeping Giant. TSYMQ running a double destroyer lineup, a pair of Vampire Deuces here in green with a nearly identical build. Icon opting for Dazzle, whereas his teammate James opting for Dazzle. Icon instead opting for a couple of 2-point skills. 5 cruisers backing them up. This is Nuoli's Brennus, Tojo's Marseille, Firefly's Marseille, Oh My God, Renown's Marseille, and As Waters Marseille. It's the all-French show here on the cruiser lineup for TSYMQ. What's Hybro up to down in red?
Han intensifies.
Indeed.
Interesting to see a few ships there without the special captains. At this point in the tournament, you would think everybody would do that, but it is a lot of work to set it up. And let's take a look at Team AMD to the south. We've got Asa in the Marceau, and Nanakusa in the Chateau Renault, and Poplet in the Vamp Deuce, all just racing into the sea cap. Got to catch them all. Farther to the south, we've got 4 cruisers as well. Once again, no battleship for either team. We've got Jahaya in the Marseille, Peter Love in a Defense, JHS in a Marseille, and Asa in a Marseille as well. All of these players are using special captains when they can.
There are 7 Marseilles and a Brennus on the field, Zath.
Yeah.
I feel
a lot of French.
I feel like we have seen this game feels like to me a microcosm of the Asia and China meta, right? Which is go fast and murder things, it seems.
Right. Absolutely, yes. And I'm curious, how expensive is Brennus? I'm looking 12 points. Now you compare that with Marseille, which is 16. So essentially, TSYMQ needed to cough up 4 points to take the Brennus.
Yeah. Vamp Deuce pops his Hydro, sees the torpedoes, should be well clear of them. He might have to make a slight rudder shift on this last one because they are French and they're fairly quick, but he'll be okay.
Yeah.
They catch a
Still,
glimpse.
I like that idea.
They catch a glimpse of Asa's Marceau as he dives into Thunderdome. So they know there's a destroyer in mid, but no radar. That's something noteworthy on both lineups, Zath, something that we don't commonly see out of NA or EU teams. These guys playing without a single radar.
I mean, we've actually kind of seen that a little bit more this tournament than we're definitely used to seeing for King of the Sea. And I got to say, I'm loving it.
Well, you're seeing it more here because radar costs, right?
Yes, exactly.
Hybro has apparently either intuited or flat out figured out that they're getting pushed heavy down the 9-10 line. And so Asa Suzuko and GHS have pulled the 180 along with Peter Love's defense. And the Chateau Renault is headed back that way as well. They are setting up to receive.
Yep. That's kind of typical. We see a lot of teams do that. Go grab the cap as quickly as you can, then turn back around. And you can see all 3 Hybro cruisers, except for one Marseille, coming back.
Paplet is getting absolutely decimated in a 5-on-1 engagement.
That was so fast I couldn't get there fast enough.
Yeah.
Wow.
I saw him get picked up on the Hydro, so I moved the camera over, and he died about 4 seconds later. So, yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
I believe the term that you prefer in those instances is a robocopped, and that's exactly what we just watched.
Oh, yeah.
The Vampire Deuce, that's Aikun here in mid, sneaks in, grabs the A-cap, now contested by Asa's Marceau. Aikun moving off, that's going to allow Asa to possibly flip that cap back as the Marseille push down the 9-10 line continues to happen.
It's a smart decision by Aikun. His Hydro is down. He's got no way to protect himself from torpedoes other than just to be gone.
So they're going to allow TSYMQ to retain the A-cap for a bit. And I'm guessing that once his Hydro comes back, he'll probably go on back in there, is my guess.
Yeah.
The Chateau Renault Nanakusa here is now a big piece in my mind. His torpedoes have the possibility to maybe blunt or slow this push. We'll have to see how Hybro decides to deploy him and how it works out.
Now, for those of you who are unfamiliar with Double Marseille and why it's so popular, take a look at TSYMQ. We've got Tojo and Firefly together. That's very important because they can share hydroacoustic search consumable. As you can see right there, Tojo putting his up. And obviously, Firefly doesn't need to until that one expires. They also have the ability to rotate. So Tojo goes in front, and then Firefly goes in after Tojo takes a bit of damage. You're going to see Firefly take over the lead now.
TSYMQ about to lose the lead here. The cap pressure from Hybro now working in their favor as they move out to a lead. Once again on the strength of that A-cap.
Take a look at As Water fixing to back into the C-cap.
I was noticing this, that I was like, is he trying to back in a Marseille? Yes, it's exactly what he's doing. Actually, at the moment, he's just chilling. He's simply sitting on this cap, exerting influence by being near it, while continuing to put shells downrange on Asa, who's in real trouble back there, working along the J-line on triple fires.
So this is the difficulty I was commenting on with the 2 Marseilles. You have the flexibility of putting one
They're going to lose
out
them
in front and rotating. Yep. For Asa, there's no chance to go dark until you die. So that's unfortunate for Hybro.
TSYMQ.
Down 2 ships now.
Yep, TSYMQ now up 2 ships, controlling the board, but trying to keep pieces in play, proving difficult. The Chateau Renault is now spotted on the surface by the Vampire Deuce.
Yeah, this could be problematic.
Nanakusa dodging so far. Has got his speed boost ticking, juking his throttle effectively. Now, we haven't talked about it much, but Chihaya's Marseille has made the loop all the way around Thunderdome, now beginning to put some light pressure on the B cap from the north. As Zath, check out this move through mid. Look at the Marceau.
Oh, yeah. I like it.
As Water's Hydro goes up, they're going to see this coming. That's going to allow him to get his guns turned. He has the opportunity to put some damage into Asa. Let's see how this plays out. Nobody else really able to support Aswater in this position.
Approaching from the front just kind of hurts.
Oh!
Because, well...
He whiffs almost the entire thing. Asa takes the engine brake. Oh, but they're going to go... He's going to end up ramming him!
He's going to get the torp and ram.
Wow! Nicely
done.
Nicely executed by Aswater. Basically saying, look, we're going to die together, buddy. GHS in a good position to put some AP into Renown's broadside as well.
Mm-hmm.
Somehow... Oh, okay, he swapped to the HE there because of the angle. Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Nanakusa,
yep, that's a very powerful position.
Nanakusa's Chateau Renault remaining just ahead of the pressure coming down on him, but you have to believe sooner or later he's going to run out of time. He's got only 60 seconds left on this speed boost he's running right now. This is the downside of the Chateau Renault, right? All of those torpedo tubes forward facing. So if you put him in a position where you basically force him to run, he's constantly maneuvering. That slows down his straight line velocity and advancement there. Oh,
absolutely,
the Vamp Deuce. Look at Icon with the cheeky play, pushing back through mid, going to try to grab A again. I love this.
Yeah, and you got Chihaya trying to come around and find Nuwali, but he's detected this whole time, so Nuwali's going to throw torpedoes out, and that's it. Ooh, Vamp Deuce on the defense.
The enemy is about to win.
But he does get Renown anyways. GHS is next to die. And I got to say, this is probably a TSYMQ victory. I don't think there's a way back in for Hydro at this point with only two ships remaining.
No, I don't think there is. And Nanakusa now finally stuck on the surface. No smoke and out of engine boosts. Finally just accepting this inevitable gunfight with the Vampire Deuce, knowing it will mean his death.
I mean, they know it's over anyway, so at this point, just get some practice with dodging. Piccolo would be proud.
The last survivor for Hybro is Chihaya's Marseille, who turns in to port here, dueling with Nuoli's Brennus.
He's got reload booster available.
Ooh,
and he's using it.
Good hit there. Wonder if he can actually pick up this kill. He might do it.
With the reload booster, he should.
60. No, the Brennus made it to a heal. He's going to die. It's not even a trade. It's not even a trade. Well executed by Nuoli here as TSYMQ picks up game one.
Yeah. What a finish.
Nicely done.
All right, let's click the things.
I love calling games with these teams, Zath. They are so much fun to watch.
Oh, absolutely, 100%. And just the mobility and everything, it's awesome. Yeah. Whew. All right. Well, that's game one in the books.
Indeed. Let's go see. Have they opened up? We're still waiting, I think, on... Yeah,
I was just checking, too.
Still waiting on pick bans for the finals. I'm a little surprised. If this goes to 0-2, I think they probably need to go ahead and get that process started, but we'll see what happens. Again, unless there's some kind of official announcement coming on the Wargaming stream that I'm not aware of. They haven't... Usually they tell us about that, right? Usually they let us know that's a thing.
No, when they've done that in the past, the only reason we knew is because we were casting it with them. Then they told us.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I think maybe you're right.
The last time we weren't casting and they told us the moment it was essentially, we're got stuff to say now. We'll be back in 45. Go do something else.
Yeah.
So, we'll see. Very excited. I am at 98% of my drop. Woo! Finally. I can go back to running my stream. I really do hope that they saw my comment on that, because I think it's important they realize that for us casters, this makes it even more difficult for us. Not even counting the viewership numbers and stuff, which you and I are very similar on this, right? We're here because we got games to cover. That's what draws us, okay? We're doing it. We're putting on a show. It's for you guys. You guys are saying we like it. You're coming here. Thank you for doing that. We would still be here if there were 10 of you. Please don't go.
I've literally done this for dozens of people before, right? Like it just, it's not, I don't do it. The views are nice, right? But I'm doing it because I want to showcase what the competitive game can look like. And there's still, I still have some of that showmanship with events like this too, right? I love the caster packs we get these days. I know, right? Who could have predicted it? I love the caster packs we get these days, right? There was a time that all of the things that we have, the animated overlays and the maps, it didn't look, none of this functioned quite as well and didn't look as good. And over the years, it's been refined down to where, man, it looks pretty good these days. And there's a lot of consistency with the quality of the presentation that we can bring you. Wasn't always the case once upon a time, but I like taking advantage of that. I like taking advantage of it.
Yeah, for us, this is old hat, right? This is like, we just, here we go again, right? Yeah. And the nice thing for us is, God, that saves us time. I mean, when we were first doing this, man, it was a lot. It was
a lot of work.
There's a lot to it.
I remember some of those early Kings of the Sea, you and I spending several hours getting everything set up and ready and just, whatever, plugged in correctly, programming it all into my deck so that I could run everything the way I wanted to on tournament day, et cetera, et cetera.
I remember the first few times, I'm just like, just tell me where to go. Tell me what to do, because I don't know what I'm doing. Because you had started this on your own.
That's true.
You had a couple of seasons head start on me.
That's true. Well, I started off doing Team League, right? Not Team League. Supremacy League, right here on NA. Right. By myself. I was calling and casting games basically solo. There were other people doing it, but we were all basically working on our own. And then that was about 9 years ago, right? Back end of 2017. And then in early 2018, the Supremacy League guys were basically invited to come participate in what up until then had been an EU exclusive event called King of the Sea. Yeah. And they were like, hey, we're going to do this thing. And I was like, all right, I can cast that. That sounds like fun. I think at the time it was only 2 weekends. I was like, sure, I'll do that. And so, go ahead.
My, how far we've come.
I know, right?
Only 2 weekends.
And so we were like, sure, let's do it. And so we did the thing. And that year there was a King of the Sea in February, a King of the Sea in May, and another one, I think, in October. Sounds correct. That's the only year that I've been a part of 3, and then they were biannual for a while, and then in the last few years we're down to a singleton. But yeah, that you came and joined me that first King of the Sea that I did back in 2018. I invited you. I was like, hey, come do the thing with me. You were like, okay, and that exactly like you said. You were like, where do I go and what do I do and what buttons do I push and then obviously years later we're a lot better at it now.
Right, exactly. Yeah, and it just like, it just helps that we've got all this stuff figured out.
Yeah,
and
it's nice.
Yeah. Sorry, I'm just looking at something else. I'm reading some comments from chat. Appreciate you guys. And finally can get my dashboard. Oh, how I missed you, dashboard. I can see you now. I can see my stream information. I can see things are going okay. Ugh. Things we do for drops.
I'm just looking at the screenshot you just sent me. Is that in your chat? That's in your chat, right?
It's on my YouTube, yeah. Thank you,
kiss.
guys.
Chef's kiss, baby. Chef's
Appreciate
kiss.
you guys. Yeah. Do me a favor. Do us a favor. Tell Wargaming. Okay?
Seriously. Seriously. Like, for starters, A, as Zath says, thank you. And B,
they do listen. They do listen to community feedback, guys. They do. Whether
That's true,
they
actually.
act on that feedback is a different
also true.
story.
It's like, your message has been heard. We don't care. Like, that can happen. We've seen it happen.
It's like what was it? There was an episode of Babylon 5 where Ivanova said no to something, and she said, "If you put in a request for it, I'll consider it." And the guy says, "Okay, well, I formally request this. Your request is denied. Have a nice
Request is
day."
denied. Yes. Request is denied. Yep.
Just immediately.
Immediately. Yes. Yes. Your request is denied. Next. All right, Zath, you ready for
Speaking
game
of
2?
next-
Oh, look, who could have
am.
predicted? Who could have predicted what we're about to see? The Marseille show continues. Here we go.
I mean, to be honest, I'm not surprised given
No.
the bans. When
No.
you ban Regalo, we talked about this before. You cut out so much flexibility in the lineups.
Well, Zath, Han is indeed intensifying, but TSYMQ's lineup here in green has less Han than their counterparts. Talk to me through their lineup. Talk to me about what they're fielding here.
Yeah, well, they've won the first game, so probably feeling pretty good. Looking to win the second one, of course. We've got Aikun in the Vamdeuce again. James reprising his role in the Vamdeuce. Nuoli this time in a Salem with, of course, Radar and top grade gunner. And outnumbered, probably going to throw him someplace where he would just hold that land for the Dominion. Backed by cruisers Renown in the Marseille without a special captain, and Yikyu in a defense also without a special captain. Firefly in a Marseille, and Nacho in a Marseille, both with special captains and similar-ish builds. You know, when you've got top-end players, you just let them choose with some general, guidelines, right? Make sure you take concealment as an example.
Okay, it's an even heavier French presence here on the south side of the map. Hybro in red bringing Marceau, Asa Eroha, along with Nanakusa's Chateau Renault, backed up by one Marseille. This is Chihaya, and a defense headed this direction. That is Peter Love. The other two Marseilles, that is Asa Suzuko and GHS, headed over to the CCAP along with Pachuli's Vampire Deuce. It's a 4-3 split for Hybro, but a 5-2 split for TSYMQ.
Yeah. So, we're going to see the Salem go to the typical island on the one line there. Charlie 1, that spot. Vamdeuce is going to do some spotting, running around, whatever. But yeah, they're trying to hold. This Marseille is going to go here, and then he's going to push to go up to the island in the middle, just to the left of the ACAP. Defense is going to go to the typical spot. I mean, after a while, you've seen these tournaments so much, you just know where people are going to go, what they're going to do. The key is going to be what happens when contact is made, right? Maybe a lucky torpedo, maybe somebody spots something early, that sort of deal. Yeah, so give it about 30 seconds to a minute. Stir and repeat. Serve 10 people. Ooh, Nanakusa leaving.
Yeah. Nanakusa leaving doesn't shock me because you want the torpedo destroyer on the side of the map where you're expecting the push to come, and you can look over the Marseille lineup that TSYMQ is fielding and have a pretty good idea of what their play is. They're going to shove these Marseilles down the 8-9 line. So that's where you want the torpedo destroyer.
The key here is the radio location on the two Marseilles and the Vamdeuce. You can triangulate. You know that something is coming pretty deep already. In a few moments, the lead Marseille is going to change radio location. It's going to point to the defense. That's going to tell them there's something even closer, and that absolutely will tip them off to a general push coming on that side of the map.
Well, here's something else I love, Zath. Look at Asa Suzuko and GHS position. These guys are just sitting here like little trapdoor spiders.
Yep.
You've got the Vampire
Yep.
Deuce out here, right? This is Patchouli just kind of swanning around, hoping to do some spotting. Will eventually pick up one or more of these Marseilles. And when that happens, and you even seeing the defense rotating through here as well, Hybro with a just very, very interesting redeployment here after their early pack. I'm loving this.
Yeah, I have a feeling what they're trying to do is trap all these cruisers broadside. I'm feeling that Hybro is waiting for the moment they say go, and that's going to be when the Vamp Deuce is too far south, and they're just going to go for it. But EQ discovers JHS Marseille, so the gig might be up.
Well, the other thing that I'm loving, Zath, is Nanakusa and Asa. I was expecting Nanakusa to rotate back down to the C cap where the Vamp Deuce is. They're going to B, and I love this.
Yep. Get the defense off the board. I don't know if you guys noticed, but EQ had AP in the barrels, or sorry, GHS had AP in the barrels to start. That's absolutely what they wanted to do, was come around the corner.
Yep.
But they got spotted early. EQ's there. All right, fine, we'll just shoot him to death.
Asa now trying to offer the defense a more savory target, showing him the
I'm
broadside.
surprised.
Well, I think he's trying to pull a little pressure off of GHS right there. Right now, what they're doing is they're basically gonna triple team. Well, they're gonna 4-team GHS. They can see the Marceau and the Chateau Renault coming now. Defense's Hydro is up, and they're like, you know what? The fact that you know this play is being made does not change the fact that we're gonna make this play. So now we're seeing, like a record scratch, TSYMQ's Marseille deployment taking the hard turns to starboard. Look at these guys. They're
Oh, yeah.
put on the foot.
That's the off-ramp, the car going to the off-ramp last second meme.
That's the hard overplay as they shove EQ out of the cap. Asa's Marceau now a pick target for all three of these Marseilles on the edge of the map.
That's got to feel bad.
Well, and getting punished for it, right? Big damage coming in. They're going to get EQ's defense, though, as he's going to burn out. The Vampire Deuce grabs C. Asa's on enough fires that he's still lit, though. That's a huge problem.
Speaking of the other Asa, he's about to take 4 defense torpedoes, and that'll probably do it.
Wow! Whoa!
Unbelievable.
Still alive, but more coming in. Can he back out of the way in time? He can.
I mean, and the thing is that those were spotted by JHS. Asa had already started reversing, and these ships are sluggish, especially when you don't have propulsion or engine boost up.
TSYMQ down a ship, way up on HP, but they've got to figure out how to redeploy the surviving HP. A little bit of drama happening up in C2 as well, Zath. Check it out.
Yes. I did call that the Salem was going to go to this position, but you can see that the defense said, I want that spot too.
Well, and now here comes Shahaya around the corner without AP in the barrel. Got the reload booster ticking. You got to believe the next salvo will be AP. Here it comes. But I think he's going to get an angle. Yeah.
Smash. But it's still good AP damage.
Yep.
American piercing shells, man.
Salem's 6 inches of armor able to hold up to the Marseille AP at that point. And through the stern shots that are coming in.
Look at Aikun. I love what he's doing with this Vamp Deuce. He's single firing 1 torpedo, going to guns, single firing 1 torpedo, back to guns.
Yes.
He's trying to make Peterlove focus on dodging torpedoes instead of shooting him.
Yep.
That's beautiful.
Well, and now the defense is realizing the other play is the right one as the AP comes in to smash Nuoli. Nuoli can't angle to everybody now. At least he's not angled to the guy who doesn't have a reload booster, but defense's AP is doing brilliant work as they just hammer Nuoli, and just like that, both teams have picked up some kills here because they do finally get Asa's Marseille here in mid.
Yeah, and there goes Asa's Marceau, the other Asa.
We're all tied up now.
And GHS is forced to go for it.
Yep.
Oh, beautiful AP shot. And the torpedoes.
5v5. These torpedoes should seal the deal on Nacho? Not quite.
No. JHS really needed that to happen.
All right, they're trying to get. I think he was trying to do the broadside and the ram, the 2-for-1 here. He's still going to go for the ram on the Firefly. He's going to miss
Not
it.
gonna happen.
No.
Yeah.
He needed to start that turn earlier. He does. Now, what's happening, though? He's forcing Firefly to turn broadside into this torpedo salvo. As Nacho burns out, Firefly is going to take 3 of those.
That's right. That's right. What incredible carnage. With 2 minutes to go until Hybro wins.
Yep. Hybro looking to even this series up at a game apiece. Looking good here in the driver's seat right now in game 2. They need to pick up one of these kills. They need to punish Firefly if they can do it. Or they need to pick up the kill on the Vampire Deuce along the edge of the map. That might be a big one here. Peter Love's trying to run down Icun.
He can kind of do it. I mean, Ikun's got no more smoke for another minute.
Oh,
Ouch.
Defense HE just brutalizing the Vampire Deuce there.
Mm-hmm. Even though the name says defense, it is one of the most offensive ships in this game.
Really is. He whiffs the entire next salvo and is going to have to adjust. The Chateau de No goes down. The Marseille goes down. The bloodbath continues
3 on 3.
here. As they are going to finally pick up Icun now. Pachuli's Vampire Deuce getting in on the action.
Beautiful dodge by Peter. I mean, he had Hydro going, but that ship isn't exactly skinny.
So we're now 40
maneuverable.
seconds from a Hybro win here in game number 2. As Renown's Marseille going to step onto the A cap and try to prolong things here. His Marseille is about to take its first damage of the game. Right there. $12 seconds.
And of course, the defense doesn't play fair. It just makes inky.
Yep. Defense is Peter Love going to sit in smoke and let Paciuli spot for him. Even once Renown steps onto this cap, it's not going to be enough. And there it is. Hybro wins game 2.
Yep. Aw. I almost had a sinking ship.
I love the trapdoor spider play that these guys made along the 6 line. That was beautiful, Zaf.
Absolutely brilliant. Absolutely brilliant.
I've never seen a team do that in all the years we've been casting Northern Waters.
Yeah, and you put 2 of them that far forward, just knowing what your opponent's going to do. Now, I had a suspicion, and I wanted to take a look. Remember that spreadsheet we were talking about?
Yeah.
TSYMQ's win rate drops to 33% on day 1 to 3 when they brought the Salem. What did they bring last game? Look, guys, there are ships that are just cursed for you. Okay?
Too funny.
This is TSYMQ's curse. And that and Druid. They took a Druid? Cool.
Apparently, someone
I actually
along the way.
like Druid.
Druid is 8 points. It's the only other 8-point destroyer besides Regalo. I think it's 8 points. What? It's cheap. Hold on. I'll put it to the points.
11.
11.
It's 11.
It's the only other, like when you ban Regalo, you force your opponents to spend more points on destroyers unless they want to take a Druid. Now, Druid has, like, it's not the worst thing in the world, but it's probably not a ship you're going to take in a 7v7.
Yeah.
You're not likely to get 11 points worth of value out of it.
Mm-hmm.
Time for a munchie.
Munchies are good.
Mm-hmm.
I'll be needing one soon myself. Oof. Well, we can take a look at what's happening in the rest of the tournament. Nothing, because...
Oh, wait, there is no rest of the tournament. Yep, not a thing right now.
Yeah, that's it. That's it. I wonder... What happened between TSYMQ and CL? CL to win 3-0. I'm curious. You know what that means. We're going to take a look at this. Might as well. We got nothing else to do. Actually, we could do this also maybe well, I have a feeling they're going to have the next round set up ready for us as soon as this ends, or maybe in progress, one of the two.
The fact
right?
that we have to go to at least 4 games means that, yes, we'll just smoothly transition in, I think.
Slide on in. Okay. Oops. Okay, so that's game 1. I'm rendering games 1, 2, and 3 of CLTSYMQ.
Okay.
I'm just really curious to know, what did CL do? Because obviously we're going to see them face off against Resin in a few moments.
And we've seen a lot of Resin, but we haven't seen CL at all that I can remember.
No, we have not had the pleasure of catching them yet.
Yeah, we have not.
Game 2. Okay. So, I don't know if you want to pull it up or not.
I'm trying. I've got to get to your server. There we go. It's rendering.
Yeah, the one above it.
Oh, the one above it. Okay, that's the one you want.
Yeah, that's game 1. Game 2 is in process right now. CL, Hindenburg, Petropavlovsk, Napoli, Yoshino, Laffy, Marceau, Vamdus. Nothing special about that lineup. Okay.
Hang on. I wrote over the file, and I'm realizing that was a mistake. So let's do it a different way.
Oh, okay. I'll hold. Sorry.
Yep, sorry. There we go. There it is. All right. Now I'm looking at it. So this was Northern Waters again. Okay.
Yes.
I think one of the things that I don't like about this right away is TSYMQ kind of took like one of their PVOs kind of held mid.
Yes.
And it felt like they were late to get him to a useful station.
Mm-hmm.
They go to all this work with the Laffy and the Salem to get the Salem down into the corner, right, where he's up next to the cap. They're going to flip the A cap. They finally do it.
Mm-hmm.
You've coughed up a bunch of points by then, though.
Mm-hmm. Yes, indeedy. It's a neat position, neat idea. Just didn't work for them. But I love CL's push up the 10 line.
I was going to say, I'm watching this push up the 10 line, the Yoshino and the Napoli and the Laffy all working together. They rotate one of the PVOs back, but it's probably not going to come in time. They're trying to use the Laffy smoke, it looks like, to kind of screen the Zao, and that doesn't happen.
Mm-hmm.
And and while that's going on, by the way, they picked up A again. So there you go. So yeah, to me, this game is like one of those classic ones where you're drawing your opponent's eye line. Like, while the 10-line drama is happening, they got back into the A cap. So by the time they grabbed a kill and flipped a cap, you don't have time to react. The timer's over. Game's up. So you rendered the other one, right?
Yes, I have all 3 rendered.
So that was... We just looked at...
Oh,
Northern
okay.
Waters.
The second one, the third one.
The third one
got messed
failed.
up.
Yeah, the third one failed on you.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll get it.
It's no worries.
Sleeping Giant is the next one, yeah?
Yeah, I'm trying to pull that one up here. Gonna pause it while I get it popped out. There we go. All right. So now we're on Sleeping Giant. Incheon? Yeah, we've seen one of those.
Monmouth.
Mm-hmm. Some interesting choices here. Yeah, see the Yoshino.
We do have a game.
Yoshino Napoli working together again. Okay, yep, we'll have to do that. All right, we'll come back to this in a minute.
Yeah, we'll pick it back up in a moment, y'all.
Yep.
But current games are more important. Let's
They
go.
are indeed. Let's go for it. All right, Zath, we're back on Tiers of the Cruisers with a whole bunch of cruisers. Talk to me about the Hybro lineup here in green as we get headed towards Game 3.
All right, yeah. Hybro says, hey, it seemed to kind of work. Let's keep going here. We got Asa in the Marceau again, Pacholi in a Vamp Deuce again, Nana in a Chateau Renault again. Peter Love back in his defense. He seemed to do really good things with that last game. GHS in Marseille. ADFXF is in now in the Marseille. And then we have Chihaya in Marseille. So 3 Marseilles and a defense for our team Hybro.
TSYMQ.
Slightly different builds, but, whatever.
Slightly different builds. TSYMQ going for a double destroyer lineup rather than 3. They're looking at Ikun's Marceau, making revolutions up here towards the A-cap. On his starboard flank, James's Cassard. Backing them up is 1 Marseille, that is Firefly. 1 Zhao, that is Nacho, unique Zhao, I should say. Actually, okay, we're looking at 6 ships for the moment headed that way. Here's Renown's Marseille, also headed up to that end of the cap. And then Nuoli's Stalingrad right now, probably angling more towards mid, likely to snuggle up to this island here in E4. The lone ship headed down towards the B cap, that's going to be Yeku's Zhao. And so, yeah, both teams going for heavy deployments up here to the north. Going to be a ton of rumbling over the A cap on this one, Zath.
Oh, yeah. Now, worth noting, EQ Zhao is not a unique upgrade. Instead, he's just opting for the standard reload build. And Nuoli, take a look at Nuoli's Stalingrad for a sec. Slot 4, DCP module, right? Interesting.
Not surprising.
So, Stalingrad, of course, burns and floods longer than your standard cruiser. And because there's no more fire prevention that you can take in cruisers too, you can have up to 4 fires burning at once.
Yeah. Yeah, if you're going to play stationary Stalingrad, teams know how to burn you down. Teams know they will burn you down.
Mm-hmm.
That very aggressive Marceau position in mid, Stalingrad knows he's spotted. I'm wondering if he's going to pop the radar. He's not. He's just going to let it happen. Okay? Possibly giving up some free damage on the Marceau right there.
Yeah.
Going to retain that radar. Hold it back as he slides into his nest here along the 4 line. They catch a glimpse of Ikun's Marceau, and immediately he takes about 6 or 7K. The Chateau Renault, Nanakusa, also coming under tremendous pressure and fire here from the early radar. Or a Hydro, or what is that they've got? Oh, there's the Stalingrad radar.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Nanakusa's in trouble. Big trouble.
No, I mean, definitely got hammered, right? Both destroyers losing about half their HP. But Nanakusa's going to sneak away here.
Yeah. The key is the sticky fire, right?
Well,
Ikun's stuck with a sticky fire. Nana did not get stuck on fire.
Now, the Stalingrad radar also told them where the Marceau and GHS's Marseille is, and so they know now they're going to have to react because the Zhao down here and B, that's Yeku, can see the pressure is coming. They're going to have to rotate somebody back here. Who's it going to be?
Can't be the Stalingrad. He's pointing the wrong way. It's going to be Nacho's Zhao.
Maybe. It seems that way, but that's not a ship that's going to get there quickly.
No.
So Hybro, not being idle. Nobody on A, and they're immediately like, all right, well, if you're going to leave your home cap so ill-defended, then we'll just go help ourselves to it. LOL pound sand, what are you going to do? And right now, there ain't nothing they can do. To their credit, TSYMQ has figured that out. The Marceau of Icun making a mad dash for the A cap. They know they need to grab this cap and then go be somewhere else that's useful.
Yep. Torpedoes on Asa's Marceau.
He's fine.
He'll be fine.
He's fine. So now they're trying
Worth
to shove...
noting,
Go ahead.
TSYMQ grabs that coveted B2 island with the Marseille.
Yep. So now the Marceau of Asa pushing through, trying to get spots on the defender that he knows is there. And there it is. Yeku Zhao finally spotted. Hybro out to about a 60-point lead and growing. They own the B cap. They own the C cap. TSYMQ forced to redeploy to try to figure out how to defend their quote-unquote home cap here on Tears of the Desert.
Yeah. Now, the reason I'm calling out the B island, and it's so powerful, because this essentially dictates who can control A cap. So having the Marseille at that position, the other one will either go hang out with him or they will flip and have him point two different directions.
They're running 2 Marseilles up here, and I don't think that's necessary, Zath. I think they need those ships somewhere, other places.
I mean, one of the things that's about to happen is Cassard and Vamp Deuce are going to find each other. There they are. And, well, we're about to see the Marseilles get into play, too.
Right, but the Vampire Deuce can immediately cloak himself. The Cassard cannot. Now, there's nobody to spot the Cassard anymore, so he'll go dark right away.
That's right. So Stalingrad coming through as well, getting some hits on the Marseille at long range.
Yeah, I saw that. I think he's hoping to eventually swing around this island. Right now, he's taking shots from astern. GHS dropping was just bounced some AP off his stern deck.
I like it. Some good aggression there. But what TSYMQ is doing is they're trying to keep the pressure up to the north while also rotating to the south. Keep Hybro on the back foot in both places.
It's working so far. The Marseilles have decided they are not going to sit still on this island. TSYMQ is pushing them through as James's Cassard continues to screen the sea in front of them. At the same time, Double Zhao and Marceau.
Look at the Marceaus. Yeah.
This is not where you want to be if you're Icun coming into this engagement upside down, 10,000 HP. He needs his Zhao friends to land big, impactful hits. He's going to die. Mm-hmm. Can they see Aroha? They still can. They have to pick up this kill on Aroha or they're going to be in trouble.
Yeah, there's that 20-second gun bloom. It's gone now.
They might.
Is that a fire?
Nope. His engine is out. He's not on fire.
Okay, then.
So TSYMQ now down a ship even. Hybro picks up a kill there and moves out even to an even larger lead in Game 3.
The enemy is about to win.
TSYMQ really needs to find a way to get a kill here.
Yep. I've been looking at the mini-map trying to think about how they can do it. Renown's going to be forced to slow down. Obviously, his Hydro detects these torpedoes. Very nice torpedoes from Vamp Deuce. But the only way they can win is, just they got to keep pushing.
Yeah.
Their Marseilles around. And they have to get ADXFX's Marseille.
Yeah.
Between the Stalingrad.
They're pinching this Marseille here in D5. And they're eventually going to pick him up. But they need to get him off the board, and they need to do it without losing a ship. That's the big thing. They can't lose another piece off the board right now.
Right. And like I'm looking at Nacho Zhao, for example, right? He's advancing. And because he's advancing, he needs to essentially show broadside to ADXFF's Marseille. Otherwise, he shows broadside to the other Marseille and defense. Definitely doesn't want to do that.
Showing his bow to GHS, showing his starboard side to the defense off to his south that's in smoke. And here comes the AP. They do finally pick up AD's kill. That's a big kill for TSYMQ as Nacho Zhao stands on to the B cap to at least hold those points back for now. But I can't imagine Nacho's going to hang out very long. Yeah, citadels there from the defense.
I don't know why he turned north like that. I mean, as soon as he gets into the island here, he's got the B cap. He's got the perfect opportunity to just crash the island and sit.
He was trying to get to some hard cover.
He also has hydro available. He could be using that just to double check on torps.
He's about to sail into Marseille hydro for a full minute. That's going to allow Peter plenty of time to get shells on him and give them. They're going to know exactly where he's at.
Now Yikyu is stuck with that same dilemma. And wow, is that a dilemma?
Big Marseille AP on Yikyu now. Stuck bow in. Yeah, they punished that position brutally.
The one position Zhao does not like being in, and to be fair, most cruisers bow in.
Yep. GHS deciding now's the time to, if I'm going to push this Zhao, I need to do it now while my hydro is still active. He's actually going to ground himself on the island rather than sail around the corner. Smart play. There's no need for Hybro to charge here. They have they're 2.5 minutes from a win. Even without this cap, they can just chill.
Yep. So that's probably the same trick I was talking about with Peyton before. You crash the island hoping to just bait out the torpedo salvo.
Yep. Nuoli's Stalingrad now moving firmly through the middle of the map.
Look at the points. 2
minutes. Hybro over 900 points now, ticking up the C cap. The Cassard, that's James, is going to have something to say about that in here in a moment.
Uh-oh. Asa detected on Hydro.
They did get a look at Asa's on the Zhao Hydro. He's getting to hard cover here. Trying to get a sense of how Hybro is set for defense up north. It's sketchy. There we go. TSYMQ is going to hold him at 929. So now Hybro has to figure out how to dislodge these guys that are just interloping onto their capture circles.
Mm-hmm.
Stalingrad is in a bit of a pickle here. He can't show the defense the shot that he so desperately wants.
Mm-hmm.
GHS's Marseille now inching forward, and I do mean inching.
Hey, check it out. James gets on the C cap. He's going to flip the C cap. No point gain for Hybro anymore.
Yeah.
And Shahaya's Marseille is quite low.
I'm more interested in the drama here playing out along this island at B. GHS.
I'm watching both. Yeah.
Chahaya goes down. That closes the gap. 3.5 minutes now for TSYMQ. Hybro needs a kill desperately. They can't lose Peter's defense here. He's trying to sneak behind the island to at least cut off a line of sight to somebody. They get to Stalingrad. A big kill.
They get to Stalin, yes. Here comes Renown's Marseille salvo. This might end Peterlov.
It does.
It does. Peter gets the shot out, though, and the Marceau tries and
Marceau
fails.
tries, can't quite get there, and now GHS.
What a moment.
In a position, we're about to have a lead change in a game that TSYMQ was upside down several hundred points. GS basically has to push the Zhao. He grounds himself. He's too afraid to do it. They're going to get the Cassard
torpedoes.
They're going to get the Cassard Zaf.
Yes, he's on fire.
A absolutely massive kill now. Nanakusa has to
might be able to get his gun.
The Marseille salvo on Nanakusa for 10K, and they get it. Wow.
And the finish.
TSYMQ with a comeback for the ages here on Tears of the Desert.
There's nothing GHS can do anymore. He can't continue to advance.
No.
He can't back up. He's spotted.
Actually, he has an opportunity to maybe punch out Renown. Get some AP in the barrel.
The only chance he can.
Oh, he had HE. It's a triple fire, double fire. Renown's DCP is available. He's holding it right now. He's trying to get to hard cover.
He's out of heals.
Yeah. He's going to hold it until he's got hard cover. There we go. He pushes it now. Ooh, but he's sailing into
And-
torpedoes. He's okay.
Nah, he'll be okay. He's turning. I know. There's so much going on, y'all.
And so now GHS, just we're looking at the whole Wrath of Khan moment here as they circle this island. Totally
I was just
aware.
gonna mention that.
Totally aware of where each other is and totally unable to do anything about it.
Yeah, what we need now is the Michara Nebula. Pachu trying for it.
Pachu's like, you know
He knows
what?
it's over.
I think they just called the wipe. They're like, nope, we got so close, guys, but couldn't get there. They got to 930 points, and they couldn't get over the hump, and now we're 28 seconds here from TSYMQ going ahead in this series, 2-1.
Firefly actually ends up taking 2 torpedoes by accident as the instinctive turn in after the kill. Here comes GHS on Nacho.
Yeah, GHS knows he's sailing into it. He doesn't care. Yep. Wow. What a comeback from TSYMQ.
Just amazing. Just an amazing fight.
As they go up a game here in this best of 3, and now we're headed to a map that is even more chaotic, Zath. We're going to Sea of Fortune.
Going to Sea of Fortune. That's right. Wow. Wow,
Crazy.
wow.
Crazy. Let's see. All right, they should be working on. Oh, yep, we got a map rotation for our finals, which is supposed to start in 25 minutes. So, if TSYMQ can close out this series, we will simply transition directly into the finals. If they don't, then we're probably going to end up missing the last game of what so far has been an entertaining as hell series.
I'm going to be honest, Raptor. If it goes to Game 5, I kind of want to see it.
So do I.
So, if y'all are okay with it, not like you have a choice from 5 minutes in your past future.
Plus, it ain't your choice; it's ours. It's our stream. Ha 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 ha.
I mean, damn, this has been a series. What a series.
Too much fun, baby.
Yeah. All right. I'm going to step out, hit the bathroom for a sec.
Go for it.
I have a feeling I need it now.
All right, and then resin again. All right, so we've got our map rotation all set for the finals. Both teams in the finals have banned Marseille, so we're not going to see a repeat of this shenanigans, where it's been the Marseille show here in the third place match. Wow. All right, I got 3 giveaways left to do today. Do I run one here? Maybe. Let me go look. Boop, boop, boop. I think I've only run 2. I may have run 3. Let me double check. Let's see.
You know, Raptor, I was just thinking.
Yeah.
Do you think that perhaps the other teams are watching any of our casts of these games going on right now and said, oh, Marseille. Yeah, we don't want that.
Oh,
especially
yeah.
with the Northern Waters,
Oh,
right?
yeah.
When they saw that, you know what? Let's just nuke that from orbit. Let's not. Can we not?
Let's just end that shenanigans.
Look, guys, there's a reason when Put and I cover these tournaments, he calls it the Marsilli. Because
Yes.
it's just such a silly ship to play, and it's equally silly to fight against.
Yep, he does indeed. That is absolutely his routine, calling it the Marsilli. I've never commented on it, but it is something that's I've always noticed and been like, why does he? Oh, okay, no, that makes sense.
Yes, it's also because in his when they do clan battles, his caller called it the Marsilli because Marseille and Marceau sound so similar.
That's true.
It's difficult to distinguish them, and when you're on a voice and there's so much going on, you need to know who's being called out and what. So,
Yeah.
I get it. I get it.
Yep.
Man, chat's catching up to this.
I was just fixing to say that. Chat is watching this. They're like, what am I looking at?
My eyes. We were thinking the
Yeah.
same thing, y'all.
Trust me, that's
And
one of the
I gotta
reasons
say-
we love doing what we do.
Oh yeah. I saw a comment earlier. Well, what if they just stream the game with a 5-minute delay so you all casters can do it without a delay? We actually did that once before. Back when we had the 20 spectator slots only, they would have a feed, a clean feed that you can just put up like a on OBS and no delay. There's some pros and cons here. The biggest pro is the immediate interaction with chat.
True.
The biggest con is you have zero control of the camera. You can't tell anything.
That was
now
impossible.
Raptor and I, we get along together quite well.
Oh, yeah.
We cast together quite well, but we have different opinions for when we do camera work. He'll look from a different perspective than I do oftentimes. And there are times where I've had to pull up his feed, he's had to pull up my feed because of X, Y, and Z not working. And both of us are like, hey, Raptor, go to left. Or sometimes he'll go, Seth, turn to your right, because there's things that we want to see that might be different from the other person. So that's the reason why you don't typically see the 5-minute, the 5-minute feed. With the other part of it too is that you have no control over information coming out, and unfortunately, you do have cases where people could scoop it and basically spoil the finish and stuff like that. So,
Yeah, the lack of camera control was really the big thing, right? You and I have worked a very small number of games where we were working off of somebody else's feed, somebody else's camera positioning, and that is incredibly challenging. You and I over the years have developed, it is a skill, right, to be able to
very much
frame the game, and that's not always perfect, but at least frame the game, but always have an eye on the minimap. That's the big thing. Being able to read the minimap and see plays before, a developing play, and get the camera there before the play occurs. And sometimes it's this is going to sound arrogant. It's not a skill you can teach people, I don't think. It's simple experience. When you've done this enough, you pick up on these things.
Oh, 100%. 100%. And, it's no different. Actually, I was in doing operations during the after party yesterday, and I was hanging out with M Note, one of my viewers.
Yes.
And he struggles a little bit with predictions, right?
Okay.
A lot of stuff comes in front of him. And I said, the nice thing about operations is that because they're generally scripted, you can learn what they're going to do, and then you can set up for what they're going to do versus asymmetrics or co-op, which is just go, baby,
Yeah.
Speaking of going.
Indeed.
Here we go.
Game 4 inbound, ladies and gentlemen. Let's take a look as we head to Sea of Fortune, what is arguably, perhaps inarguably, the most chaotic map of the entire tournament. TSYMQ on the verge of claiming a third-place win here. Only one win away as they spawn in green. We're looking at Ikun's unique upgrade Holland. James back in a Cassard with some dazzle. 5 cruisers here for TSYMQ. Nuoli's Salem. Nacho's Salem. Firefly's Kushiro. Renown's Prince Veraranye. And Aswater's Salem. Triple Salem lineup here for TSYMQ. Hybro needs a win to stay in the match. Staff, they're in red, down at the bottom end of the map. What do they got cooking?
I just want to say, I don't get it. I said before about how the Salem is cursed for TSYMQ.
And here we are.
So they bring triple.
Yeah, they are triply cursed, apparently. Let's see what happens.
This ship is cursed. Anyway, Hybro has Asaka in the Elbing with unique upgrade.
Love it.
We got Nana with the Marceau. Those two are heading towards the traditional kind of west flank, which is the stronger side if you're on the south side here. We have GHS in the Kremlin. Looks like he's going to go to the typical kind of spot to just, be a tank and just point bow in and do whatever. 80 FXF is in the Salem, heading towards the Sea-Cap behind Pachuli's Z42. This might be the first time we've seen a Z42 this entire tournament. We got Peter Love's Defense going to the typical, it's kind of like the Moskva Radar Island on this map. And then all the way off to the side is Salisa's PRPR42 with a Test Ship Zhao unique upgrade.
I love seeing unique upgrade Elbing. I love seeing Z42. I love seeing the German destroyers getting some love.
Absolutely. So what's so special about the Z42?
Z42 is a very close cousin to Z52 in the tech tree, but Z42's guns she has 5 barrels of 102 millimeter guns. These are typically found on German battleships as secondary turrets, but here they are her primary guns, and they have stupid fast reload and really hilariously good AP performance.
The key to the Z42 is knowing when to use AP and when to use AHE, and being able to switch on a fly. That's how you win in a Z42. Bit more difficult to play than a 52 just because, like you said, the caliber difference. But it does still have really good hydroacoustic search as well. And that range is... What is it? 5.5? No, it's 6. Okay.
So... individually, TSYMQ has now spotted both Hybro destroyers over here along the 3-4 line. They caught a glimpse of James. I'm not quite sure how. I think maybe a bit of face spotting there, as both the Elbing and the Marceau get some shells on him, but no damage thus far. So they know now that there's both of these destroyers over here. Now, what we've seen historically on Sea of Fortune, Zath, is teams expend a lot of firepower on this 1-3 line, 1-2-3 line flank. What I like about what Hybro is doing is they've sent 2 ships over here that are very capable, but they've kept the majority of their firepower around the caps, right? The Kremlin is here, the defense is here, the Salem is here. And so if/when they want to move up and really threaten a cap, they can absolutely do it. We watched a match yesterday on this map where, a team had like their last surviving ships were over here on like the 2 line. Well, at that point, the game's over. You're never going to sniff a cap again.
Well, that's what typically happens on this map, especially to the South Spawn team. So I do like that Hybro has basically not chosen that strat. As a matter of fact, I think they did this on purpose. I think they went and got themselves spotted on purpose, and then they're just going to leave.
Well, the Marceau certainly has that option.
Yeah, make TSYMQ think that there's all of this force coming their way. I mean, look, they're still in a very defensive, sense things out deployment. Whereas Hybro, I mean, look at where their beef is. It's right in the middle.
So you think it's
right in the middle.
You think of it as either an intentional feint or at a minimum, they're treating it as one, as now both the Elbing and the Marceau are retreating back to the east.
As long as this Elbing stays here to trigger the radiolocation of the Cassard, they're thinking that there's something down in the middle and or coming up the flank, right?
Yeah.
So look at the Salem's position. He's hiding behind the island until there's any spotting. Look at the Renown. He's continuing to move. The Prince Venerani, this Renown, moving to the same position. James coming out to the side. They have no idea what's over here, so they're going to keep working over there to find it. Meanwhile, Hybro is just fixing to shove the defense, the Salem, the Kremlin. Look at the Kremlin. Straight into AB. They're going to take it, and they're going to say, you want it? Come and get it.
I think this Kremlin play is really awesome. I think they should just shove this Kremlin into mid. And I'm looking at the deployment of TSYMQ, and I'm like, what are you going to do about it? You can't stop this.
Exactly. Now, Renown has actually been called back.
Yeah. GHS is creeping this corner. His guns are looking way out to the west. He's trying to find something to shoot at. The Salem, again, Nacho in front of him, has just edged in gently to pick up the A-cap. So finally, we have a team picking up positive points, that TSYMQ.
Now, TSYMQ does not have, let's see, there are 2 Salems here north of B, do not have radiolocation. They don't even see GHS Kremlin. They haven't seen it yet. So, are you going to move or what?
Yeah. Pachuli's Z42 continues to try to work the C-cap there. The Salem radar drove him off a moment ago. The torpedoes coming in on his port side will not be effective.
What I don't understand is Nacho hasn't radared yet.
Yeah, they still have no idea that this Kremlin is just lurking here. And part of me wonders, what are they waiting for? What is it GHS is waiting for? Okay, they spot him now.
They see him.
They can see him now.
Renown came back.
Yeah. Nenakusa's Marceau now rotated all the way back over here to the 6 line. Patchouli smoking up now. Oh,
Yeah,
does take some
Hybro had
blind fire.
Hybro had a great opportunity. They just don't know it. And I'm sure that they'll see this later on any of our casts and say, oh my God.
6 seconds here. Oh, they get another reset on Patchouli.
Yeah, that's unfortunate because the smoke's going to expire pretty soon. And radar's coming back pretty soon too.
Yeah, the radar is going to be up. I think Patchouli has figured out that it's not, if he gets this cap, it's not going to be him. Looks like they're
Kremlin's
just
in motion.
They're going to shove. Oh, are they going to shove the Kremlin and they're going to shove Nanakusa and the Kremlin at the same time? That's what they were waiting on.
Yes.
Hybro going for the, all right, let's give you lots of things to think about at once. Figure it out, boys moment.
Yeah. Now, defense and Salem still haven't been detected, but you can see they're taking alternative positions, very strong positions, to try to back up the Kremlin, who's currently burning.
He's got heals. He'll be fine.
Now, on the mini-map, you typically have last known position. I want to highlight last known position of Marceau was all the way over here on the 4 line.
Yeah.
Now he just popped up over here.
Yeah.
If you're TSYMQ, you're saying, what the hell are they doing?
Yeah, they caught him on radar in the C cap when the Salem put his radar up. They caught the Marceau on radar, and I think they expected the Z-42, but that's not who they found.
All right, there's Kremlin now stepping on B and C. Peter Love's defense now detected. Salem now detected. Come the Dutch ovens.
I'm not going to lie, I kind of don't like GHS just chilling here.
No, you can't stop. Not with this coming.
Yeah, I feel like he needs to be moving, baby.
Now, his deck plating is pretty resilient to these bombs, I believe, but he still has superstructure.
The Dutch bombs are not going to hit a Kremlin nearly as hard as they would against, as say, a Montana. The Russians believe in deck armor. Look at Kushiro. Look at this Kushiro position. Firefly. Woo.
Mm-hmm. That's a strong position.
Is GHS
Allows him to
finally
shoot from long distance.
GHS finally going for it? I think he is, Zath.
He might as well. He can punch out a Salem right in the face. What does he care?
Oh, big hits. He's not willing to
I
completely.
don't like that he stopped.
Well, he's not willing to completely move out there. They don't know where the Holland is, I think, or they might have caught a glimpse of him. I don't know.
Yes.
He doesn't want to risk it. He wants to continue to put pressure on this cap, however he does it. Hybro,
I think they're going to try to get Peter Love behind.
Yeah, maybe. Hybro does finally pick up the C cap. They're the only ones ticking up positive points, but GHS's stationary play is costing him a mountain of HP, and here come the Holland torpedoes.
Yes, notably as the DCP expires, actually he'll be able to dodge them both.
But not the shells. They've got basically permanent proxy spotting on him here. He's going to burn out. They're going to lose this battleship. He only chewed through 1 heal.
Yeah.
I feel like that,
focus fire, baby.
I feel like that was a waste, Zath. I feel like if you're going to take a Kremlin and shove him in there, you needed to keep pushing.
And you got to bring friends. Look where their friends are.
They all stopped. It's like it was one of those. It's like playing a random battle where it's like, wait. Why did everybody quit?
Yeah. What the hell, guys?
Yeah. Asa's Elbing putting good AP salvos into Aswater's Salem here. Salem picks up Nanakusa's Marceau with a radar. The radar was already ticking when Nanakusa sailed into it, and so now he's getting absolutely punished for this. He might even not survive this. They land another fire. Some more shells. Oh, he's 100% going to die. TSYMQ out to nearly a 300-point lead. The defense funny torps going in on New Orleans Salem here north of C. And they're going to get him.
Yeah. Very important kill. Can they capitalize on it, though? I don't know. You got Renown over there.
They have an opportunity here with the defense to maybe hurt the PVO. Maybe.
Hurt them.
He's not firing. He's easily inside the Salem radar here as the Salem AP on his broadside is coming in, is changing his mind.
Tanked by the Salem. The Dead Hulk.
He's gonna dodge the torpedoes, but the American piercing really hurting Peter Love here.
PVO's gonna go AP too, and this will end it right here.
Double fire, all the AP. Yep. Peter Love flies too close to the sun, and he's out as well.
Once the Kremlin's dead, I'm pretty sure Hybro knows it's it. Man, I really wish that Kremlin wouldn't have stopped. If he kept going, he would have completely dodged the Holland torpedoes.
Yeah, it feels like he just needed to sail out there and punch the Salem in the face and get rid of him.
Mm-hmm. Well, TSYMQ will most likely fix their Salem win rate now.
I was going to comment on that, but you beat me to it.
I had that one in the barrels for a while.
I'll bet you did. Patchouli and Ikun's Holland now bumping into each other, and Patchouli has the AP in their barrel. He can do horrible things to this Holland with the AP. You see there, the quick-firing guns shaving about 3 to 4K a pop off of this Holland. Woof. I love Z42. She's so good.
Oh, yeah. But again, you have to know how to switch to AP, and look, he switches to HE because
at that angle,
shells aren't going to pen.
At that angle, he has no choice. He's about to come under the PVO Hydro. They get the kill right as the Prince Veneranye walks up on him.
Yeah, it's like the parent that just bangs their heads together. Stop it.
Yeah. Patchouli now nowhere to run, nowhere to hide. Locked up on Hydro with a Dutch cruiser on his stern, and he is dead.
Asa now losing a gunfight with James's Cassard.
Yeah, Elbing's lack of a heal over sustained gunfights means that it can't take sustained gunfights.
Yeah.
It's going to wrap it up.
Now, we can't see it, but I'm sure in chat right now, the GGs are flying.
Oh, sure.
Everybody knows it's over.
TSYMQ is going to go home with a solid third place here in Warship Masters International 2026.
Yeah.
Nice showing.
Yep. Very nice showing. Now, speaking of which, take a look at the way the fighting's going on right now. They're trying to take out the turrets. This is a more traditional, what they used to do, but it doesn't work now since turrets grow back.
It's true. For a long, long time in competitive warships, Des Moines were known for APing into each other's turrets, hoping to permanently disable turrets, which used to be a thing. We've seen that for years, right?
Yeah.
But now it's not a mechanic in the game any longer. Well, there you go.
Yep.
TSYMQ, your third place winner here. Well done to them. Good job. Both teams going home with some cash. Nice to see.
Oh, absolutely, yeah. Fantastic series.
All right. It's time for the main event, ladies and gentlemen.
The moment you've all been waiting for, maybe.
Man, we certainly took us 6 days to get here, so...
8 for me.
It's true. You took you longer.
Yeah. All right.
Probably should.
We got to program in our stuff now, y'all.
I should head to the training room because they're technically supposed to start in like 2 or 3 minutes, so I'm gonna head over there right now.
You got time. CL isn't here yet.
Okay, good.
Waters, Sleeping Giant. Tears is map 3.
Indeed.
Definitely going to see Tears.
Indeed we will, as we get set up here to bring you guys the grand final, the last match of the whole shebang. Snack time. Stomach's growling at me.
Oh, yeah. Yep, and I'm going to get a giveaway code going on my side as well. Might as well. Tier 10 bonus package. I love that they're doing this, by the way. I mean, that's such a good value.
Mm-hmm.
Chat on either of our streams, since Raptor is chomping out a little bit, where would you put your tier 10 bonus package if you got it? What ship would you throw that on?
Good question.
Yeah. I think for me, if I'm thinking of tech tree ships, it would probably be Prince Adalbert.
Okay.
That'd be a good one for it because I currently have Lutyens parked there. I would have said Schlieffen, but now that I've got von Zuckerhoff, I don't need to put Lutyens on Schlieffen anymore. So I put him on, Prince Adalbert instead. Why are you shaking your head over there?
I don't even put that much effort into it. I have all these unique captains, and other than my old... the only unique captain that I spend a lot of time playing is my old Alexander Ovechkin, right? Because I bounce him between Kidd, Fletcher, and one of the other Fletchers. I forget which. But that guy's awesome. You get the extra little bit of HP, which is nice. Lots to like about that captain. But some of the other ones I'm just like, it's not bad. But I don't spend a ton of time obsessing over it.
Lutyens is one of those you just wish they could clone.
I don't play a lot of high tier games, right?
Yeah. Exactly. So for me, I've had Lutyens on Z52, Hindenburg. He's been everywhere because you don't know where you want to park him. Thankfully, Wargaming released premium versions of Z52 and Hindenburg and Schlieffen, so that makes it easy. There's only one tech tree ship that I can put him on that has no premium counterpart, so that's where I throw him. Yep. The one that I've been playing a lot, Sea Raptor, is actually Yamamoto. I've been doing a lot of Yamamoto in operations. Oh man, the change that they made, even in randoms and ranked, it's so amazing. He just makes every ship better.
He used to have first blood or something, right? Wasn't it first blood?
Correct.
Did they change that?
To get an extra charge of consumables. They did change it, so an assist works as well if you get an assist ribbon on the first kill.
Okay.
So that comes in play. And then the other thing is, it's based on kills. It's 2, 5, and 7, I think is the way it works. And you get 5, then 10, then 15% buff to your reload for torpedoes and main battery, and that little bit of heal for a while too.
Okay.
That's
nice.
Amazing.
That's nice.
So what I do, especially in operations, is I'm falling in love with Suzuya, right? Because Suzuya, you find the first target, you use a reload booster, you just hammer it. You're going to get either the first blood or an assist. You're going to get your reload booster back.
Yeah.
And if you get first blood, hey, that's one less kill you need later for, maximum Yamamoto proc with that is crazy. The other one is crazy with is Fuyutsuki.
Okay.
Oh, that's crazy with Fuyutsuki. Oh my God. Just disgustingly dirty.
Okay. I run Yamamoto a lot. I've historically run, he's been my Zao captain forever, basically.
Yeah.
And I keep him, I also run him on my super cruisers like Yoshino, Azuma, right? I don't typically put him on destroyers. And I don't play a lot of Japanese battleship. I don't play a lot of battleship in general, but yeah.
My Yamamoto is parked on Kitakaze because I reset that Harugumo line so much.
That's right. You're big into the grinding of the research points and all that crap.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Absolutely. Absolutely. I regrind every time I grind, I just reset. That's it. I don't care if it's times 2 or not. I just reset. It's easy. And I mean, you're going to spend a lot of time at tier 9, right? If you're not going to free XP all the way, that's where you're going to spend the bulk of your time.
It's true.
So why not put Yamamoto there? Oh my God, is it crazy? Yeah, definitely give him a try. He's great on Atago. He's great on Yoshino, like you said. Pretty much anything that you get kills in, yeah, he just makes the ship better. That's it. That's right. The final countdown. Reminds me.
Final countdown. All right, everybody's here. Everybody's ready. We're just waiting on somebody's stream, probably. We'll figure it out here in just a few minutes.
Yeah.
I think sometimes I'm still too old school for some of the crazy unique captains, Zath. Right? I just look at it like this is too much effort. It's too much trouble. Or it's like I want them on every ship, and I don't want to have to always pay to respec them and yada 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 yada.
Yes.
That kind of thing, right?
And I think that's part of why you should take some time to really think through how you want to set it up. Yeah, we dropped.
Yeah, no. What were the ship bands? I did not write down the ship bands.
Marseille and Marseille. That was easy.
That was it. Thank you. I knew I'd seen it, and I didn't mark them correctly. I just looked over and realized I hadn't marked them correctly. There we go. Got it. All right, you ready?
Oh, I am born ready. Let's go.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, warshippers of all ages, it's time for the grand finals of Warship Masters International 2026. Welcome back to Northern Waters. We're looking at CL, the last surviving Chinese team in the bracket. They are squaring off against Resin, the last surviving NA team in the bracket. CL's lineup here in green, top of the map. We're looking at Maruku in a Trump with some Dazzle. Luna in a Daring, Dazzle, and no unique upgrade. Fatsi in an Attilio Regolo with range and all the various reload boosters you would sort of expect. Bot is in a Stalingrad with range and top grade gunner. Xbox is Bremen going for outnumbered and reload. Emanon's Monmouth also going for top grade gunner and reload. One battleship, that is Revenge's Bungo. Zath, Resin, our NA top team. Talk to me about their lineup in red.
Yeah, Resin repping Team AMD in the red with Mad Dogs Cassard, Triarchs Havarosk with Heal heading towards the A-Cap, backed up by Boom Diatis, Prince Venoranye, Mabuki's Thor, and Peyton the Rockhiders Rhode Island. Wow, that's a lot of force.
Love it.
On the other side, we've got Big Boy 69's Defense, heading towards the C-Cap with Eagle Lance, who drew the short straw this time around, has to play Kushiro.
A clean 5-2 split for Resin here at the bottom of the map. A more of a 4-3 split, but most notably to me, Zat, the battleships for each team, for the moment, headed to the opposite ends of the map.
Mm-hmm.
The Daring.
Remember, Thor has a pretty good win rate overall.
Indeed. The Daring, that is Luna, moving through mid here, trying to look around, see if there's any early spotting to be had, but will ultimately be disappointed.
Might pick up Rhode Island. That's about it.
Maybe. Rhode Island's detection is, survey says, 12-3. It's pretty close. They do catch a glimpse of Peyton. That's the only ship they're able to spot. Mad Dogs Cassard.
No.
Go ahead.
You can see that Boom Diata using the defensive anti-air replacement early. That's to charge up his airstrike. One of the new changes with this patch.
Mad Dogs Cassard steps onto A, immediately draws the radar from Bot, and then the Bremen opens up and doesn't manage to land. Okay, they managed to land, it looks like apparently one single shell on Mad Dog. So brilliant ship handling there, and Mad Dog doesn't really take any damage. Xbox back there in the Bremen, not able to say the same.
Take a look at Luna's Daring. He's continuing down the middle.
Just fixing to point this out, Zath. I'm loving it.
Wow. That's
CL,
great. That's going to give them so much vision.
It is. CL out to an early lead here. They picked up their B cap first, but that'll disappear now that Resin has secured the C cap. The Thor and Boomdiata's Prince Veneranye headed up the one line to try and lock things in over there, as the Cassard, the Habarovsk, and Peyton all headed back the other way. They know what's coming down the 7-8 line for them. Oof.
Brilliant tromp drop there on Big Boy 69's defense.
Yeah.
So Maruku's going to do it again.
I mean, it worked the first time. Why would you not?
Just savaging him. Look at that. 2 fires now. Big Boy's forced to make Inky.
Peyton putting up a radar, not going to spot Luna, but is going to spot these torpedoes that go by his port side. So they know that there's a destroyer lurking out there in that general direction. Big Boy taking a ton of damage early here as the tromp of Maruku about to step onto the sea cap, and the Rhode Island's radar is down. Stalingrad radar picking up the Habarovsk as he moves to the middle of the board, going to get in a gunfight with Luna.
Yeah, it's unfortunate Luna's right there to block the run. I'm sure Triarch was hoping to charge the Stalingrad and get that kill. He honestly still could have done it, but it would have been hard with the Bremen there too.
I think he might have, it probably would have been a trade. They were clearly hoping to make that play without trading ships, and that was not going to happen. Not with the Daring in that position. PVO bombs falling in on the Daring. Sorry, the Stalingrad, but he moved up a little. So the lead continues to bounce around as CL claims the C cap here. The pick target continues to be Big Boy's defense as he continues to retreat due south, but he's running out of map.
He is, but he does have another smoke, so he can just chill for a little bit longer, I guess.
He's got more smoke there that he can slow down in as the tromp bombs missed just off his bow.
Eagle lands with a nice hit on Fatsy.
They're trying to push out the Stalingrad here in mid. Torpedoes coming in off his bow. Cassard torpedoes. I think he's going to take one of these.
He will.
He is.
He's available, though, so there's the DCP.
Mabuki's Thor, Triarch's Habarovsk all pitching in. He's turning into more Cassard.
More torpedoes.
He's going to take 3 of these.
He's going to take 3. That'll do it.
Is he going to flood? He does. He floods out.
Oh, yeah.
Mad Dog's Cassard with a big kill on the Stalingrad here in the middle of the ward. Resin up a ship now. Speaking of Cassards, that's Mad Dog still. He's everywhere. Back down here on the sea cap, trying to hopefully spot one of these destroyers. Peyton reversing into torpedoes here. Actually, he's going to end up dodging. No, he's going to take 2.
Take a look at Xbox's Bremen. He is so low already.
Yep. He's weathering a ton of fire, getting in good damage on Triarch as well. Peyton takes even more torpedoes, and they know his DCP is down. And so here comes the pain.
Oh, no.
4,400 HP as he tries to accelerate south and save his ship. Heels ticking, but it's only going to leave him around 10,000 HP.
And the DCP just expired. I think they're going to pick him up.
Well, right now they're only hitting him with SAP. They're shooting at him with SAP and Monmouth's AP, but the bombs light him on fire, and he's going out.
That'll do it.
Big kill for CL.
And the other battleship, Mabuki, also looking pretty bad right now. 20 seconds of heal left.
I think they're going to pick up the Regalo, Zath. Fatsy's on fire in like 6 places over there. If Mad Dog
Resin needs... Yep, there it is.
But they need Mad Dog to survive. They can't trade here. I'm not sure he can break contact with the Trump until these fires go out. He does finally go dark. They're continuing to fish for him. They know he's there.
Xbox is probably going to go down, but Mabuki is going to die in the process.
Think so?
Well, maybe. DCP's coming up in 2 seconds.
DCP's coming in. He's got it there. He won't
burn.
Xbox
gets a heal off.
He won't burn out, but he might still take just regular shell damage because he's still 35 seconds from a heal. Xbox gets to a heal. Thor slaps him again. Mabuki's DCP is out. There's the fire there. He's out. So now CL has taken both resin battleships off the board. Triarch
kind of helps illustrate why we don't see a lot of battleships in this tournament, huh?
Triarch just trying to sell his ship, has to get this kill on the Bremen. They have to kill this thing. They desperately need it. They've coughed up too much to not get it.
Yep. Now, the Bremen does have no more heal left, so
there he goes.
Doesn't matter DCP or not, there he goes.
Triarch's
so if you're Triarch...
2 more heals left. Needs to not drift into torpedoes here.
Right.
Should be fine.
Yep. So that's what I was saying. If you're Triarch, the key then is just don't take any random torpedoes. Other side of the map, though, Big Boy 69 has been pushed back. Eagle Lance is crawling up the 10 line. So CL is going to try to collapse, I think, on Boom Diana's PVO.
Yeah, it's a tight game here. Go ahead.
Mad Dog is quite low. CL knows it. They know that he can't really afford to try to push back in again. So why charge a Cassard?
CL out to about 100-point lead and growing as the Bungo AP falls in around the Habarovsk and misses.
He's detected again, man. He's going for it.
Yep. He got the daring to blow smoke. I think he's willing to trade. They need to not lose the Haba.
Yes. Yes.
Oh, Bungo Salvo coming in and not coming up with anything. He needs to survive this. They're going to get the daring. They can't lose the Kaba.
Yes.
Okay. No fire. Triarch lives. Barely. That buys them time. They're beating up the Bungo now. Working on his second
Eagle Lance
heal.
Getting in on this.
Eagle Lance's Kushiro working out. Monmouth AP falling on him now. He's okay.
Eagle Lance does have smoke available. This would be a good opportunity to smoke so he can focus on the guns.
Bungo Salvo coming in on Boom Diata, and it hurts. It's not catastrophic, but it definitely hurts. The Kushiro trying to get Bungo to light again. More AP coming in. 3K on the Bungo. They need a fire. They get it. They're going to get the kill.
That's it. Wow.
There's a lead change. CL
Crucial
down.
One.
Now down. They're outnumbered 5-2. Big Six being pushed off the cap by the Tromp. They've got to get onto one of these caps, Zath.
They're going to get onto B.
They might pick up the Habarovsk.
You've got Eagle.
Oof.
You got Eagle Lance coming up with the Kushiro. Boom Diata getting set up. Now, Monmouth has torpedoes.
Does she now?
So if you're Boom Diata, you have to know torpedoes are coming. You got to be running your Hydro. He's not running Hydro. Defense dies to Tromp.
Yeah, the Tromp engagement there just absolutely brutalizing the defense. Here come the torpedoes, and they get Boom Diata. And just like that, it's
With Monmouth.
It's 980. It's all over. CL's going to pick up this game after going down 5 ships to 2.
Unbelievable. With a Monmouth Sea Raptor.
I mean, people mock the ship. It's not bad. It's highly specific at what it does well, but it's not garbage.
Fair enough. Fair enough. really good play by both teams. I think going back to Boom Diata's PVO, man, if he didn't get Boongoed, that might have been a little bit different. But more importantly, the instinctive behavior is to reverse when something's coming your way. And for him, the better behavior would have been to advance.
Yes.
Move forward, take the L, showing your broadside, turning north. Don't die to torpedoes.
Yeah. Yeah, the thing about torpedoes is you always want to have speed and maneuverability. If the slower and the more stationary you are, the more dead you are to torpedoes, right? They're moving and you're not. So, that's what I always tell players when people ask you about, learning the game and basic mechanics, basic skills, and I always tell them, look, one of the reasons that in World War II, when to use planes as an example, right? When you're getting attacked by planes, what's the first thing you see in a movie or you see in a historical account? The captain calls up the engine room and says, full steam ahead. He wants every scrap of speed he can get because he knows he's going to need it to dodge torpedoes. And so slow targets are more vulnerable, and we saw it there with Boom Diata. And I'm with you. I feel like if he had not grounded himself and kept going into the cap, there was at least an opportunity there that he might have been able to not die. I mean, chances are the Monmouth's going to find a way to get you, or just force the ram and kill you. But man, that was unfortunate. The other thing you talk about him being boongoed. He only took about 10K out of that salvo. That's not bad considering what he was up against.
No, but my guess is that was enough to discourage him from doing what we're talking about. Just coming out and taking the side. I mean,
Yep.
It is what it is. And you can see he was hoping, okay, maybe I can just get enough citadels into the Monmouth side. He can't torp me that way. And he fired a little bit early. As soon as that happened, Monmouth knows all he has to do is just lazily turn and torp.
Yeah.
Oh, well.
Well, we're headed to game 2 on Sleeping Giant. This will be Resin's map pick. We'll see how they execute it. I'm going to go refill my water while you entertain the audience for a moment.
Okay, will do. I just got some water for myself. Wife decided she was going to go for a walk, and I said, give me water first. So she took care of that for me. But, wow, CL just man, I mean, so many things from that game to think about, right? You've got the daring that just marches down the middle of the map. Amazing. Absolutely amazing, right? And then you've got Resin betting it all on 2 battleships that have radar, that can play aggressive with engine boost, all the fixins, and they just get farmed out. Both of them. It just feels bad. But, I mean, how amazing is it that Maruku was able to just touch oven the hell out of everything with this Tromp. Guys, if you don't have a Tromp, this should make you think I want a Tromp. I mean, I believe she's a coal ship. And I mean, if you struggle with the Dutch oven, with the Dutch airstrike, Tromp, those airstrikes are easier to land. There's less bombs, less of a square, but they drop so much sooner after you call forth the bombs from the heavens. It's just very easy to continuously and consistently land these drops, as opposed to Prince Van Uranier, which is much more dependent on teams, on opponents just sitting still, right? That's when you can get those bombs to really connect. So, I mean, Trump, wow, what a choice. What a choice. And I wonder how expensive is that Trump? Let's take a quick look at that as soon as I could find the right tab. I've got a few windows open you guys could probably imagine. Let's take a look. So the Trump is one of the cheaper boats at 12 points. 12 points. The stars mean that this was a change in point value from the previous tournament. So yeah, I mean, relatively cheap ship as well, and able to do so much with so little. Wow. Matter of fact, I want to know how much damage did the Trump have on this? So I'm going to render this and see what the stats show us.
I was using the wrong overlay that whole match. That irritates me. Oh, well.
Oh. I was going through yesterday's stream, and I noticed I forgot to update the winner when I went to the winner screen once, and we were so busy. Whatever.
That's okay. I'm just irritated. Usually I catch things like that. That's all right. I heard you talking about Trump.
A little frustration. Yes. Yeah, we were talking about the Trump for a bit. You do a lot with the Trump?
I do not. I have played it before. It's not my favorite destroyer. I generally dislike the bomb mechanic, the Dutch bomb mechanic. However, you're right. Trumps are easier to use because they fall faster. Like they reach their target quicker than typical Dutch bombs.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, I set up a giveaway.
No, that's fine. That's fine. I just ran mine a moment ago, and I'm just now kicking off the next replay render here so we can maybe glean some information, some stats. I just want to know, how much damage did that Trump have that game? You know what I'm saying? Like that's going to be interesting. So we have to wait for it.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Looks like it's doing a render now.
All that shenanigans done. Whew.
Yeah, the island definitely was a blocker there. You've got the underwater feature, and for all we know, perhaps Boom Diata was trying to advance and couldn't. You know, we've all had that before where we get underwater featured.
It does happen.
Oh my goodness.
It does happen.
Trump, 115,983 damage, almost 116,000. The highest damage in the game. Second was Bungo at 111.
My guess, and I'd be curious to see his end screen. My guess is that the defense's deck armor is crap against those bombs, and he beat the bejesus out of the defense with the bombs. That's all I can think of.
9 fires.
Yeah.
2 torpedo hits as well. I mean, damn. Now, Eagle Lance's Kushiro, 137,648 damage with 5 fires. Man, he was working too with that Kushiro.
Yep. Kushiro's good. Like, that's a solid boat. All right, my friend. Are you ready for Sleeping Giant?
I'm ready for sleeping.
Oh, I am ready for sleeping. All right, let's get into game number 2. Here we go, Zath. Take us into game 2.
All right, so game 2 to the north spawn this time is CL once again. This time their lineups changed a little bit. We've got Luna in a unique upgrade Shimakaze to vomit as many torpedoes as possible. Worth noting, does not have Swift and Silence, instead opting for Dazzle. Muruku, the hero from last game with the Trump, is now in a Laffy. We've got Bots Brisbane, doing your kind of typical Brisbane stuff. Schlamo in a Napoli with secondary build. Revenge in a Zhao, test ship Zhao with unique upgrade. Eminon, hey, it seems to be working for them. We saw it before against, what was it, TSYMQ. They kept bringing the Monmouth. As a matter of fact, they bring 2 of them. This time we've got Xbox with the Monmouth as well, though this one has radio location instead of talk ray gunner, and slot 2 change as well. Very interesting.
Well,
what's up with Resin, sir?
Resin in red here, also bringing a double destroyer lineup. We're looking at Mad Dog Zdelny headed towards mid versus Eagle Lance's Holland, a unique upgrade Holland headed over here towards the 9-10 line with the Svea right behind him. That's pregnant. We keep seeing a lot of the Svea today out of Resin. It's looked really good for them. 3 more cruisers, Mabuki's Henri Quatre, Boom Diata's Howden Liu with a unique upgrade, and the last but not least, Triarch's Utrecht. Peyton in the Republique taking another blind shot into the B cap because, hey, why not? It worked early in an earlier game. This time,
it did, actually.
This time he's going to come up with nothing, but why not?
He also wasn't spotted when he shot, which is interesting.
No, he wasn't. He was still behind island cover. It's going to be a huge push down the 9-10 line for CL. I'm a little surprised to see only the Holland and the Svea over here. But let's see how this shapes up. Zhao,
Yeah.
Brisbane, and Napoli lining up to get set, getting on the starting line here by the island. Everybody getting together and pushing forward.
Now, worth noting, Eagle Lance used that new fancy consumable to charge up his torpedoes earlier. Again, something that's going to throw, I think, a lot of players off when it comes to timings. Pregnant now using his radar.
Pregnant putting up the
spotting
radar.
Luna Shimakaze.
Catching a glimpse of the Shima, opening up, not really taking much damage in return. Had the speed boost ticking and drew a ton of fire, which lets them know, hey, there is a lot of stuff over here.
As a matter of fact, there's a lot of SAP secondaries falling, so they know Napoli's over there.
Yep.
And they're being radared, so they know the Brisbane is also over there too. And they probably know Zhao too.
Indubitably. Eagle Lance's Holland now kind of sort of becoming the pick target here. Taking some Zhao fire. Decent damage on both ships, nothing catastrophic at the moment, and it gives Resin a lot of info.
Yep. Peyton deciding, I'm just going to sit here and save my teammates.
The remainder of Resin far too far away to be of use. Utrecht, Henri Quatre, and Delny all headed out to the far side of Thunderdome, going over to the 2 line. Boomdiata's Howden Liu lurking mid here for the moment. Svea smoking again, below half HP. Next heal 30 seconds away. More Republic shells falling into this side of the map on the Zhao. Not really getting a lot out of it.
Yeah, I know Peyton is looking for a shot on the Brisbane, but Bot's not going to give it to him.
Nope.
I like how he's moving into
And
the islands for safety.
Peyton getting savaged by Monmouth AP here in mid. They're just picking him off. They just get to fire at him from well over these islands. So he pops a heel and begins to shift around a bit as Boomdiata's Howden Liu now firmly moving back in this direction.
Look at Revenge of Zhao! Oh, 3 torpedoes from the Holland.
Big hits on the Zhao. They needed that.
Oh, yes, they did.
Brisbane taking up a very interesting position as well, keeping that radar out of the gap now. I wonder if they know he's redeployed. Certainly the shells coming in probably tell them a lot.
Yeah, I think they're setting him up so he can farm C. His radar covers a lot of the map, and if he wants to, he can pull forward and farm at A, too. They're seeing Mabuki now going into the Thunderdome with the Henri, so they got to get set up to farm him out.
Yep. Triarch working the back edge of the smoke. Both Monmouths staying outside of the Henri hydro range. They don't have vision on either ship right now. Triarch was trying to farm out the Monmouth there a bit, just get a bunch of damage in. Nothing doing. Both teams on a single cap, 5 minutes gone. A 6-point difference between these two teams. But we're seconds away from Ibuki standing into the A cap, and that'll move the needle again.
Yep. Schlaumo takes some his teammates' torpedoes. Good thing team damage is no longer a thing in this game.
Long since been removed. Pregnant Svea makes it to another heal. We'll push over the 20,000 HP mark here in a moment.
Yeah, now you see he's stopping and he's reversing now because they got to figure out, is CL pushing, or are they just going to turn around? A lot of teams usually turn around when they get to this point.
They wanted to know who was... Go ahead.
There's the radar, and there's the farm on Mabuki's Henri.
Yep, they wanted to know who was in the A-cap, but what they're about to discover is where Eagle Lance's Holland is. They're going to catch a brief glimpse of him. He sails into radar, and it falls right off. So the Shimakaze now knows that the Holland has kept up with him, is close aboard here to the C-cap.
You want to talk about close aboard? Get over to the one line. Look at this. Maruku with the Laffy just jumping right in.
Wow.
Jumping right in.
Ballsy Laffy. He's really relying on...
AP.
He is.
AP.
Yes, he's relying on his AP and his teammates' AP to punch out this Utrecht, and they're going to get him.
Get it. Oh, my goodness.
I love seeing the teams using destroyer AP like that.
Wow.
Love it.
And then Mad Dog makes a smoke, which unfortunately means Maruku's going to get away with his life.
Yeah. Mabuki's Henri picks up the A cap. CL in the lead on the strength of the Utrecht kill. But now Mabuki's going to get double teamed at a minimum here. He's got very few places to go.
Room.
He's got nowhere to go without showing the Monmouth an angle that he doesn't want to show. And the torpedoes are already on the way.
Wow. And Mabuki also doesn't have hydro for a little bit longer, 15 seconds, so he can't even spot these torps early enough.
He actually going to dodge these torpedoes.
Xbox. Oh, man, he dodges too.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, but the AP right into the stern just ruins the Henri. And they get it. Oh, and the Shimakaze gets the Holland. Oh, no. Everything coming apart
Complete
here for Resident
disaster.
Game 2. Yeah.
So speaking of coming apart, take a look at Mad Dog. 2 torpedoes will end him. Ouch. Man, Resident just getting savage this game.
Monmouth Zath is absolutely destroying these guys.
Who would have thought?
And Peyton's Repub is on the 2 line. Way over here.
Yeah. Yeah, they sailed them all the way over here to help this other side.
Don't feel like that worked out for everybody.
No, it definitely did not. Resident is in danger of losing the finals in a 0-3 sweep. Wow.
No, there will be shortly anyway.
Come on. They got 3 ships left.
It's
okay?
not official yet, but it's going to be soon enough. Boomdiata's
Okay, well,
literally sitting broadside to the Napoli like, why haven't you killed me already, dude? He's not even shooting. Okay, he's shooting at the Brisbane. And the Napoli's not even
There
shooting
goes
at him.
Peyton.
What on earth?
He's just gonna torpedo him.
Okay. There we go. Resin calls the wipe, and we're on to game 3 here. It's a flawless victory for CL. Wow. Brilliant.
Complete official wargaming blowout, everyone. As Putin would say.
You know, Zath, you keep talking about your other caster. I'm starting to feel kind of disrespected over here. I just don't understand. Like, why you keep invoking his name. I'm right here, man. I'm right here. Don't get it.
Because you know damn well that if we had Putin here too, we would all be tripping over each other like crazy, which is why it's
true.
always just the 2 of us. I had people yesterday during the after party, where's Putin? Look, guys, we just can't fit 3 people in the space that's designed for 2. I mean, try. It's a lot of work.
The only person that you and I have ever had success doing that with has been Sneaky.
Sneaky.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
And I'm not sure why that worked and some other and others didn't, but Sneaky worked. He could come sit with us as a third, and it was actually nice because, you know, what I loved about Sneaky is whenever he would contribute, it was, you know, he played a lot more competitive boats than you and I. He played King of the Sea with TWA. He played with some of those guys on King of the Sea winning teams. And so I loved when he would jump in with insight, talking through strats or talking through map positioning, giving you that little bit of inside baseball. I miss having him around. I'm not going to lie.
And, you know, he knew just enough. And this is back in the days when we don't have the all-seeing eye So he knew just enough to kind of say,
Mhm.
I have a feeling we should look over here.
Yes.
And we would look, and 10 seconds later, whoa, something big happened.
Something interesting would happen. Yeah, just like clockwork. You can set your watch by it, right? He had a few he had a few events that he didn't work with us. He worked with other casters. And that was always a joy. I would almost always go watch whatever event he was calling because it was fun. It was invariably fun to watch.
Oh yeah.
I want to talk chat now. Catching up, I'm watching the Utrecht go down again. I want to talk for a minute about Monmouth, right? CL running a highly unconventional cruiser. They're one of the only teams we've seen bother with it this in the event, and yet in both games it's been highly impactful. The conventional thinking, of course, is that an AP only cruiser is limited, and by definition it is. But in this kind of event, it feels like that the handicap of not having HE shells is reduced. Am I crazy?
No, but to me, the bigger handicap is the hull itself.
You're not
right?
wrong.
I mean,
she's fragile.
you're on a, yeah. So, but in an event like this, if you're able to position yourself, your hull, so that it can't take the punishment back, okay, you've negated that weakness. Now you can work with the AP, right? The AP you can still hit superstructure with. You can still hit bow and stern with, depending on your aim and what's presented in front of you. And of course, you've got the torpedoes too. So I think CL kind of demonstrated there a lot of the strengths of Monmouth and how you can make it work. What I love about it is I'm going to check on your handy dandy points sheet and look
She's
at that.
cheap,
it is
isn't she?
12 points.
She's cheap.
It's 12 points.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I also wondering, does she get the improved penetration angles like the Americans get?
She gets something like that, either improved pen or yeah, I think she gets one of the two, like the angles or pen, not both.
I'm looking. Hold on.
Check and correct me in 5 minutes.
She does get
been
improved
a minute.
penetration angles. It's so American AP I think is 60. Bounce checks start at 60 and end at 75. I'm gonna go double check that to make sure I'm not lying. For Monmouth, its bounce checks start at 60 and end at 67.5. So it's close. Let me find a Des Moines. Main battery, AP. No, she does get the same. It's the exact, so it's 67.5 for the Americans as well. So it's the same, it's the same auto bounce angles. So it's like firing American AP. Okay. There you go.
Watching CL play with their food at the end there. Damn. I mean, that's just embarrassing, right? I mean, to just sit there and be like, come on, kill me already. And the guy's like, no, I'm just going to shoot over your shoulder.
I'm going to shoot the guy behind you and torpedo you.
Right. Yeah. Let's see. Okay. Damage numbers from that game. I'm just curious. Oh my God, Xbox. Xbox had 134,000 damage in the Monmouth.
Yeah. Yeah. That does not shock me at all.
1.6 million potential. Even got a fire. That's a secondary.
That's okay. That's funny.
And 6 citadels. Woo. The other Monmouth, that's Eminon, was the second highest damage dealer at 80,000, with only one torpedo hit, no citadels, no fires. Jeez. Unbelievable. Peyton with the highest damage in Repub, you would expect as such, no citadels in that instance.
Sag. Very Sag.
Yeah. So, woof. And I was curious about something. I wanted to know, let's see, Mad Dog's Delny. Let me take a look at his build. I can pull that up afterwards. Does he have radiolocation? He does. So he knew something was in the direction of smoke. But the reason I'm bringing that up is because Triarch in the Utrecht wasn't looking there. He was looking over the smoke at something else he could shoot during that crucial moment when the Laffy is detected, right? So because if you think about it, Triarch turns the Utrecht so he can get more guns on target on the Monmouth, right? He's in farm mode. Boom, there's the Laffy. Oh, is what he says. Changes guns. Doesn't necessarily change his rudder right away until he sees the AP. And then it's, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God, right? Like, he literally had his ship blasted out from under him by a destroyer, by a Laffy.
Yeah.
That Laffy. Wow, go ahead.
No, go.
That Laffy, 56,000 damage, no citadels. I thought he had a few citadels.
I
3
thought
fires,
as well.
1 flood, 2 torpedoes.
Okay.
Anyway.
It's more than possible to citadel most light cruisers with American destroyer AP. It's easier to do with the 5-inch 57s than the 5-inch 57s, whatever. Yeah, 557 than the 5-inch 38s. But it's still doable, right? You can still do it with the 5-inch 38s. You just got to be very close. Typically 4-ish kilometers or less can get you there, depending on the ship. But I mean, I've landed citadels depending on how light the armor is, and there's some ships out there that you can citadel with American destroyer AP at surprising ranges.
Yeah. It's wow. I mean, that's just, I don't know if you caught it on your camera. From my view, that was, man. Like, if I'm Triarch, I'm having nightmares from that moment.
Well,
you know what I mean?
So what I love about it is ordinarily, Zath, we see battleships and or cruisers being used to force opponents into bad maneuvering positions, right? You decide, okay, this is the target I want to kill, or I've got an opportunity to kill this guy. I got a guy in front of him, I want a guy on his flank, and maybe a third guy, right? We want plenty of people shooting at him to make sure that we're sticking damage. The more shells you throw, the more damage you inevitably will land. Some of them are eventually going to hit. Generally, you don't see destroyers, most destroyers, certainly not at point-blank range, getting involved with their guns like that. But what the Laffy being in that position and with the AP in the barrel enables them to do is now the Utrecht has to respect him as if he's a cruiser and has to try and angle against him to try and get some of his armor engaged. And as soon as he does that, but the problem is now he's trying to retreat. One or both Monmouths got an angle on him, and the Laffy's there pumping AP into him. It's got nowhere to go. Like, he's just pinned in. So it's very
on top of that, you've got Mad Dog smoking, telling his friend Triarch, "Hey, keep him spotted so I can kill him." And then Triarch's like, "See ya."
Too late, buddy. I'm dead. Good luck to you.
Meme with the guy sinking with the ship and they salute in the pond or whatever.
Yep, exactly.
Oh, man.
All right, here we go. Game number 3. We're back on tiers of the cruisers. CL, top of the map in green. Zath, what do we got cooking here?
And the potential final game of Warship Masters 2026, if it's a 3-0 sweep for CL. Let's take a look. We've got Maru Crew in a Cassard, full torpedo spec with Dazzle. We got Luna in a Smallland. Haven't seen that all day. Fatsy in an Attila Oregolo. Eminon is like, you know what? More of this. I'll continue my Monmouth. Thank you.
Keeps working.
Revenge in the Zhao, Xbox in the Napoli, and Bots is now in a unique upgrade, Petropavlovsk. You know, I have to wonder if in their team chat and their voice chat, Eminon's like, you know what, guys? I got this. Just give me that boat. Give me that boat. Thank you.
Well, Resin spawning.
Oof, what's this
Resin spawning into tiers of the cruisers, opting to decide that, well, let's reduce some of the tiers on the team by reducing the number of cruisers. So we've got 2 destroyers, Mad Dog's Shimakaze, full torpedo. Whoa, not full torpedo build, missing the 3-point skill that would improve his torpedo reload. But he's headed over towards B. Joining him, Triarch's Henri Quatre. Double Henri Quatre. We've got Big Six and Triarch. Behind them, one of two battleships in the lineup. That's Mabuki's Kremlin. Headed the other way, Eagle Lance's Holland, Dazzle, and unique upgrade. Paired up with Pregnant in a Kushiro now. First time we've seen Pregnant in a non-Svea ship today. And then backing all of that up here, sort of lurking mid, but looking like they're going to turn off to the north. That's Peyton here in a very standard, more or less survivability style build of Poison.
Yeah. Now, I want to highlight something about Mad Dog's build. You were talking about not taking Fill the Tubes. Mad Dog, as a player, is generally very scrappy, right? He's going to get in there. He's going to get spotted. He's going to take some damage. So for him, Adrenaline Rush is probably a much better skill to take.
Okay. Well, as in game one...
Fill the Tubes works as long as you're never spotted.
As in game one, we're seeing the early destroyer in mid here. In this case, it's the Regalo. The Cassard up north, who is that? That's Maruku, has pushed into A. Will be capping A. Will be taking a torpedo for the trouble. Oh, the torpedo actually... 2 torpedoes actually gets the reset there.
Oh, yeah.
They're going to take some
And
blind fire at the general location and come up empty.
I mean, I like it. Why not?
Yep. Pregnant gets
They get it. They get the reset.
More blind fire resets there. Maruku down to about a third HP. The Holland picked up on Smollend radar briefly. Maruku's engine is out. Yep. Working the extreme edge of the cap, barely staying in it. They are finally going to pick up A here.
Oh, most definitely, yeah. Resin's continuing to try in the same area. Of course, Maruku just like, nah.
No reason not
I'll
to.
go someplace else.
Like, why not?
Yeah, we're seeing a more standard kind of play here for NA team on Resin. Just take the Henris, shove around, work your way up.
These Henris look to be taking the long way around as they put HE downrange onto Eminon's Monmouth.
Well, traditionally, the important place to the south is these 3 islands. Just like up to the north by A is there that B2 island. The difference is Mad Dog Shimakaze with radiolocation saying there's nothing over here, so you don't need to worry about going behind these islands.
Kremlin right behind them. I'm assuming Peyton is going to turn at some point and take this inside passage, but it hasn't happened yet. There he goes. Now he's turning.
He's looking for shots. Yeah. Of course, he might be turning them right into Fatsy's Regalo Torps. We'll have to see. There's the smoke. Peyton immediately says, oh, hell no. Full speed.
Speaking of Regalo, Poison Hydro up and running. Can see these torpedoes
and that's enhanced
coming.
With vigilance.
Yep.
With upgraded vigilance, actually.
So Peyton can see these torps. Looks like might be able to stay ahead of them. Might take one in the stern. No, should be okay.
He should be ahead. Yeah. Xbox's Napoli getting very aggressive. They're just trying to keep Resin back from A. They know their Cassard is so low, they really can't afford a bump.
Tons of pressure coming in on Pregnant's Kushiro here back along the 1 line. Probably wishing they had some help and some friends, but nothing doing as the Shimakaze Mad Dog steps onto C.
I like stepping on C. That's a very important decision there. Xbox's Napoli still detected. Kushiro able to use his, what I call deep water smoke. It's exhaust smoke. He's going to put the plane up to keep the Napoli spotted, who just put out 1 fire.
A bold move against a Japanese cruiser, extinguishing a single fire.
Yeah. Unfortunately, I think that, yep, the plane's going to do what I hate, which is go the wrong way to start. Every time I put that damn plane up, it goes I want your spot here. We're here. All right, there's the Napoli.
Smolland now. Luna standing onto the sea cap with Mad Dog. They have to know it's the Smolland who's turning into this torpedo salvo. Sees them coming, but I think has got a gap. Woo, close.
Wow.
And now they're bumping into each other. Shimakaze actually outspots Smolland.
Yep.
Henri with the reload booster ticking. Both Henris, everybody's calling. Kill the Smolland.
Oh, you better believe.
Kill the Smolland. Who puts his radar up.
I don't like that the two Henris have turned southward. I don't get that.
I don't either.
Maybe they're afraid of the Petropavlovsk, I guess. But
I guess. The only thing you think of is they're setting up to kite now that they own the cap.
yeah, but man, they had the chance to get Luna, and I kind of feel like that's worth something. Oh, well.
They do manage to successfully push the Smolland back away from the capture zone. 60-point lead and shrinking for CL. Resin owning 2 of the caps. CL owning 1, and Mad Dog Shima now trying to give chase. Mabuki has to know these torpedoes are coming, and I love Luna's staggering of these salvos.
Mm-hmm.
A little bit of a destroyer wolf pack put together back here along the 3 line. The Regulo, which was way up in mid earlier, now pushing with the Cassard, trying to keep the Kushiro spotted for his teammates.
Yeah, Pregnant's in a bit of a bind there. Nothing spotted. There's the Regulo spot. So Eagle opening up. Obviously, Peyton opening up. They got to hold this B cap. Patsy's got 12 seconds until smoke. 12 seconds. A lot can happen then. Now it's 6.
Is he on fire?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so the smoke then going to shield him from all of that. He's going to sneak away with about a third of his HP left. As we have had a lead change. Resin now out to about a 6-point lead and growing here in game number 3, a game that they have to win. Backs to the wall here if they want to stay alive in the tournament.
All right, so now Xbox detected in the Napoli. I have a feeling we'll see Peyton start to open up on that. Pregnant at 8,000 and falling. I don't think Pregnant's going to get to the next heal or smoke.
No, I mean, there was never any real way for Kushiro to win this particular fight anyway. At least the SAP secondaries are doing light damage, but these main battery guns, that salvo was a whiff.
Yeah. Some good AP on the Napoli. Here come Torps from the Holland.
2 big old Torps there on the Napoli, followed up by some more Preußen AP. The Regulo and Cassard now in a position to threaten the B cap as Peyton and Eagle Lance's Holland have been pushed to the south side of the circle. One of the Henris, that's Big 6, rotating back, spotted in mid. They know he's making this play. Oh, I thought he was moving. He's sitting still against the Petro. That feels like a terrible idea. Overall, Resin far healthier as a team. Most of CL's ships under half HP.
Yeah, Yeah, Xbox now on a sticky fire. Peyton's been switching to HE, trying to get this fire going on the Napoli. Napoli goes dark with the smoke. Peyton gets him. Huge kill.
Big kill. They needed the Napoli.
Cassard spotted.
Eagle lances Holland, trying to break contact here without losing his ship. They're going to get the Cassard. Eagle does manage to go dark and sneak away on just under 1,000 HP.
And this is how the Regulo's smoke works against him, because he can't see anymore since he's the one smoking.
Yep. Most critically, Resin now retaining control of the B cap, over 960 points, will win in a minute, regardless of whether or not they can retain control of C or get control of C.
Yeah, but in those crucial minutes, Peyton's got torpedoes coming. He's gonna have to. He'll spot him pretty soon. He's gonna put his Hydra up anyway, I'm sure, in 1 second. There it is. There's the torps. I don't see any way. Yeah, Fatsy opening up, knowing it's over.
986. Peyton ensuring the survival of his ship, far more important than securing the kill on the Regulo. 10 seconds to a win here.
100%.
Resin's going to pick up game 3 and force a game 4.
Oof. That was a tight one.
Hashtag hope for an Azath.
Yeah, pray for an A. It's still alive.
Still alive. Still alive. All right. Well, there were fewer cruiser tiers that game, Zath. At least out of Resin. Their battleship lineup carried the day.
I mean, those were tears of joy for Resin, frankly.
They needed those tears. Their first ever win in a finals match here in Warship Masters, I think. They got swept. They got swept last year by TWA. I was looking at that earlier.
Okay.
In the grand finals. And then if I go back to 2024, it was Rain versus TWA in the finals. And then if you go back to 2023, it was completely different teams.
Okay.
So yeah, that's their first game win in a Warship Masters grand final there. So congrats to Resin.
Now, I'd like to share an interesting stat of my own, if you don't mind.
I can hardly contain my trepidation, but do continue.
Do you all notice this like deep breath he just took as soon as I said that? Like he's afraid. Yeah, you get that water ready. Anyways, what I've noticed today is the first round, Resin versus Hybro, 4 games.
Yeah.
The second round, Hybro, TSYMQ, 4 games. Are we about to have 4-4-4? I hope not.
Don't know.
That's your interesting stat of the day.
Not up to me. Guess we'll find out. We'll know momentarily. Won't we?
I think we will. Now, remember, both teams are coming away with money.
Everybody's getting paid at this level. Everybody who played today was always going away with something in terms of money.
Yep, it's just a question of how much money we're talking about here. First place is $6,000 that you get to, I don't know, share evenly with everybody. Can you imagine the fighting if they didn't agree to share? I don't know. That's kind of weird. And then anyway, second place is $1,800, third is $1,400, and fourth is $800. So really, third and fourth, not that big of a deal when you slice it 10 ways or whatever, how many people on the team. First and second, that's not bad chunk.
It's very heavily weighted towards first, though, right? Like frequently when you see, we're paying out the top 4 slots, it's, so let's say 5,000, 2,500, 1,000, 250, like however it works out, right? But usually around half of it is reserved for the top place. This time they've gone 60% of the total prize pool goes to the first place team. That's, in my experience, that's definitely a little on the high side. You don't normally see it quite so large.
I agree. It's a little much.
Yeah.
But hey, they choose the breakdown, right?
And it definitely incentivizes you when you get to this. You and I have called tournaments where you get to the final match and the prize difference is so minuscule that like you're going to play it out, but does it really matter? And the answer is commonly, not so much, right? Here, yeah, it matters huge. There's a lot of money. There's a big difference there in those totals.
Yeah. Now, of course, you're not just fighting for the money. You're fighting for server pride, if you will. You're fighting for the respect,
Zach,
right?
We're not just doing it for the money.
We're doing it for a
load of money. Exactly. See? Exactly. That's why we keep you around, because you understand all my ridiculous movie quote references.
Oh, yeah. And you understand mine.
Absolutely.
With a little sprinkling of Babylon 5 put in there every now and then.
A little, he says. A little. It's not a little, it's a lot.
Yeah, well. That's what happens when you go to sleep listening to Babylon 5 episodes.
That's true.
I did that in high school. I had every episode taped on VHS. Then I took 2 VCRs, chained them together, and cut out all the commercials. So it immediately would go from one to the next to the next to the next. Do that on 6.5-hour VHS cassette tapes. I had a VCR that would automatically stop, rewind, and replay at the end of the tape. So when I went to bed, just push play, put my stereo on, and listen to Babylon 5 all night long. The dreams I had were special.
So my mods have been running predictions for the games, by the way. Thank you, Formula.
Same here.
And the one that just came up was, who will win on Tears of the Desert? Question, Resin. And the answer in big text centers is, nobody thought this would happen.
On my side, it's different. On my side, it's different because it was heavily Resin game 1. Mm-hmm. Everybody game 2 thought Resin.
Wow.
Or heavily Resin game 2, right? And then like nobody got any points because everybody bet Resin. And then now they actually got paid 87% for Resin again.
There you go.
Let's see what they think about for game 4.
There you go.
I can finally do this now that I got my damn drop.
Hey-o.
Catch up on training room chats. Okay. I gotta say, there's one thing, credit where credit's due. We haven't really been delayed by Wargaming Official today. I haven't sensed it, maybe a few seconds here and there, but certainly not the stare at your watch, tap your feet kind of delays that we've had in the past.
I have thoughts about this, but I will retain them for private conversations later on.
All right. Fair enough.
Sorry. Mess around. Clicking on things in Discord. Okay, there we go. Land of Fire. Now,
Land of Fire we go.
we've now watched Resin play this map several times. And we were commenting earlier about, boy, we sure wish we'd see him mix this up, Zaf. Do you still feel that way?
That they're just going to do the same thing?
Yeah. No, I'm pretty confident. Well, okay. They're on the different spawn this time. They're spawning north instead of south. So they might make some changes, but I mean, if it's been working, should they try and fix it? I don't know.
Worked earlier against a different team? Huh? I mean, so, all right, on the one hand, you can change it up, do something else to something that maybe is untested, right? That adds some risk.
Mm-hmm.
Or you do what you've been doing seems to work, although, as you said, different side of the map. Yeah, because you don't have that spot for the Svea, for example.
It's the putting the Svea in that spot from the north side of the cap is much riskier. The island cover is not nearly as good. Yeah, and they've chosen a completely different look for things here on the north spawn. So, let's go show players what that looks like.
Yeah. Gonna be interesting here. We've got a chance for Resin to tie it up and go 2-2 in this best of 5 series. If they don't, well, we're all done with the tournament and everybody can go back to bed, except for me. Let's take a look at Resin's lineup here. We've got Mad Dog up to the north in the Shimakaze with the same build we saw before. Fryce in the Holland, same build from before as well with unique upgrade. We've got Triarch and an Henri. We've got Big Six and another Henri. They're probably going to work together like we saw last game. Mabuki this time in a Kushiro. Interesting. Pregnant now is in a Stalingrad, which is a very different cruiser from what we've seen Pregnant in before. And this is with range module. And then finally, Peyton, once again, in the Kremlin.
Okay.
What's up in
Well, we've gone for the typical battleship-less lineup we have become familiar with here in Warship Masters. CL up a game here in this best of 5 in red, spawning in with Luna's Gdansk. A little bit of dazzle and radio location. Emanon sticking with the Monmouth. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. And Shlomo in a Prince van Oranje. It's a 4-ship element for the moment, looking like they're headed over towards the sea cap. We're talking about WMI's unique upgrade Des Moines, top grade gunner. Maruku's Laffy, again with the dazzle. And Revenge's Hindenburg, looking like that is outnumbered. And then, yep, Bremen now, that's Xbox turning to head that way as well with a very similar build to the Hindenburg.
Wow, so Resin's changing it up, guys. Look at this.
I love it. So we're looking at a 4-3 split, fairly traditional here for CL, but Resin definitely taking a different tack here, running a 4-3 split of their own, but this time it's looking like they're going to make a home-to-home push from the A to the B cap over here down the 4 line.
Yeah. I like it and I don't. One thing I don't like about it is I hate giving up a cap early.
Yep.
But maybe they can make it work. The Henri's are going to take a while to get into position. You got the Kremlin that's going to work its way towards the big island. And they're up against the Gdansk, Prince van Oranje, and Monmouth. So, okay. Yeah, that's doable. You got the Stalingrad in position to support. I like it.
For my money, what I hate about it is I feel like if you're going to make this push, you need to do it with overwhelming force. And I don't feel like they have that. Now, some of that is because we have quote unquote perfect knowledge, right? We can see all of both teams. But I would want at least the 5th ship. I'd be wanting a 5-2 split or even a 6-1 split. I'm not sure you can get away with that on Tears of the Desert, but that's what I would love to see to feel good about pulling this off.
So we just had a Gdansk radar. Good job by Luna. Gets some early spots. Notably Mad Dog. More notably Peyton. Peyton took a shot at Shlomo. Didn't come up with anything, but gave up his position. So, okay, CL knows. Battleship here probably means push here. You can see that Shlomo and Emanon already going into kite position, getting into safe spots. And I wanted to talk about Bot as well, backing in with the Des Moines, getting ready to go forward if he needs to.
Yep. They popped the Stalingrad radar at sea to try to get a few resets on Maruku's Laffy, delay the inevitable, and they do get a little. They actually end up driving Maruku out of the cap. I'm kind of surprised to see that. The Gdansk.
Yeah, they're going to drive Maruku into all the torps.
Luna holding at this island in G3. Radio location says something's over there worth keeping an eye out for. So not going to allow the Shimakaze free run to be as the Henris. Who is this? This is Triarch and Big Six, right? Yeah. Now slowly
Yes.
moving onto the 1-2 line. They'll start their push in a minute. The Kremlin is the one rotating through mid, Zath. Peyton is completely flipped, and he's headed over to C now.
Well, now that he's been spotted, the thought maybe let's try to go surprise them. And Mad Dog Shimakaze is going to take 2 torpedoes broadside. No, 1 because of desync. Still, that hurts. Those are Gdansk torpedoes.
Oh, right.
Very
he's
good
over here.
torpedo play by Luna. Yeah, he went to that. The thing is, he went to that spot where, you would expect Peyton to go, right? If you're coming from this, I even said it before. So, yeah, Luna's going to torp the heck out of that spot. And Mad Dog just took one by accident there. Unfortunate. He's trying to go fishing. Found fish himself.
Resin surrenders the sea cap, down 40 points and continuing to fall further behind here now. 5 minutes gone. Peyton clearly spotted moving through the middle of the map. You think, Zap, they're just going to risk shoving the Kremlin in and forcing CL to react? He's not really maneuvering like it.
That's the best they could hope for at this point. Like we were talking about before, those aggressive plays that just makes things happen.
Yeah.
Got to do it somehow, somewhere.
Kremlin taking a shot now at the Bremen, way off to his south.
I don't like seeing the 2 Henris turn around. They should keep moving.
Yeah.
Keep the focus on them.
Because even the Prince van Oranje now is coming back, kind of moving back towards the B cap. Everybody's kind of redeploying back to the east.
Yep.
Whereas the Henris could have continued the pressure.
Yep, exactly. Well, Peyton is definitely discovered now. They know the Kremlin is heading back to sea. So, CL knows. Okay, let's see. See, there's a Gdansk moving back. As you said, the PVO. Now the Henri's turned around again.
It's a 100-point lead and growing for CL. Go ahead, Zath.
No, that's it. That's just okay.
Yeah, like it feels a little bit like Resin is kind of struggling to wrap their brain around what they want. Is Peyton actually ends up accidentally doing himself a favor. He grounds himself. Oh, those torpedoes didn't have the range. Okay, whew.
Yeah.
Peyton does get a good salvo on the Laffy, though. Stalingrad forced way back out from cover now. 6 different ships firing at this Stalingrad.
Mm-hmm. On 2 fires.
15 seconds.
16 seconds till heal. Yeah. Feels bad, man.
Does indeed. Stalin's finally going to get a little bit of cover from the Hindenburg and the Bremen. Works through a heel.
And goes dark. That's important.
Nope, not for long. The fire
Oh, yeah?
was lit by fire.
The enemy is about to win.
Over 700 points now as Frice's Holland stands into the cap. Peyton continuing to push east as the Henri push is slowly materializing down here as well. They've had to retain the PVO here in B. They're going to grab this cap, Zath. The Holland is going to pick up C. That moves the flag.
Yeah.
But they're going to lose the Stalingrad in moments.
Right. And Luna does get hit pretty big. That's helpful. Shlomo does take a torpedo as well that does force the DCP, so maybe sticky fires.
So
There's 1 sticky fire.
Resin loses a ship but gains the sea cap. They lose their radar at the sea cap and effectively their ability to defend it. Shimakaze now stepping on to B. That's Mad Dog.
Absolutely. More fires on the PVO.
The Gdansk has an opportunity, a free run to the A cap if he wants it, Zath.
He's going for it.
Think so?
He's absolutely going for it.
I don't know.
Yeah.
He's turning that way.
He's going to get in a position to radar where he thinks the Shima is, and then he's going to turn north.
Peyton is going to drive into the C cap, but not in time. They do surrender it. He does manage to. Oh, I was going to say he managed to dodge the torpedoes, but he gets clipped by one on the starboard quarter. As the Shimakaze does finally grab
look at
B. And
look at the 10 line. Look at Mabuki coming around the fidget spinner island, going forward with the Kushiro torpedoes.
Schlaomo is very low. Koshiro Torps coming in on revenge. Those are going to miss. The Hindenburg torpedoes in response are not going to miss. They do get Schlaomo. Hindenburg, only one Hindenburg torp, but you dislodged revenge. And Peyton's only going to get a few more shells in before they burn him out completely.
They don't get the kill.
They don't. Battleship is gone as more Hindenburg torps now enter the map. Mabuki's hydro is offline. He can no longer see these. He's going to take one on the bow. And they're going to lose Mabuki. And when they do, that ought to be the end of this.
Mm-hmm. And there's the Gdansk just walking A.
Yeah. Holland's going back for him. Freiss maybe has an opportunity to pick up a kill here. C is lost. No more forces over there to threaten it. The Des Moines and Bremen rotating back towards mid.
Yep, there's Des Moines radar.
There's Gdansk radar. Freiss spotted on the way in. They know he's coming.
One minute to go for Resin to find a kill and not lose Mad Dog.
Not going to be easy. That Des Moines radar, plenty of time. Plenty of time to go.
Bot finding just this convenient channel to just lazily turn his Des Moines through.
Oh,
and they get
no. Freiss into the Gdansk torpedoes, and that's going to lock it up. 10 seconds to go. 2 caps sticking. No way to threaten it. CL's going to go home. The big winners here in Warship Masters 2026.
Yeah, they're getting the bag, everyone.
Hand those boys a big old bag of cash. They earned it.
Well, unfortunately, my statistical prediction just came through. 4 games, 3 series, 4 games each.
There you go.
What a day. Congratulations, TSYMQ.
A lovely day. Congrats to both teams. Both teams getting paid. But as we pointed out, CL going home with the larger payday for their trouble. Now, a very late night for them, a very early morning for us. They get a little more cash for their efforts. So there we go.
Yeah, there we go.
There we go, Zath. We can call it a tournament.
Another tournament
in the books. Done until theoretically King of the Seas coming back, supposedly. Fingers crossed, question mark. I don't know. They don't tell us nothing.
No, we haven't heard a darn thing about it, and hopefully we get more advance notice this time. We'll find out. I don't know. I've already got plans coming up.
Yeah.
I already got plans coming up in the book, and you know what? Hey, if it happens while I'm out, sorry, y'all.
What else
I'll
can you
miss
do?
it. I don't. Is what it is.
Yeah. Excuse me. You're going to keep streaming, yes?
All right. Yeah, I'm going to do my after party. As always, dude, it was a lot of fun.
Pleasure as always.
Thank you so much.
Thanks for getting dressed up.
And
I give you permission now.
This was a lot of fun.
I give you permission now to step away and get on some comfortable clothes. You can dish the tie now. You can dish the tie. You're good.
Yeah. We'll see how it works. But yeah, we gotta cut the delay and all that good stuff.
Yep.
So it's gonna be a pain in the butt. I don't need it, whatever. But stick around, guys. More Warships action to come.
Yep. Guys,
if
you're on my channel, appreciate you hanging out with me today. Thanks for sitting through the restart and everything. Everything ran way better after that, so appreciate you. I'll be raiding you over to Zath in just a few minutes. I would say so you can keep farming your drops. But there's no drops today. So just go hang out with Zath, because Zath and his stream are awesome, and that's my story, and I'm sticking to it.
Well, thank you, sir.
Awesome. All right, guys. Catch you guys later. Peace. We'll see you again for a future event. Take care.